Yeah, Monday morning, 6 o'clock on the button. MJ here with Fester and Froggy, Roxanne. Are you going to be okay, Roxanne? Because I texted you. You didn't text back until very late, and you were at some event last night?
I went and saw Dave Chappelle. He was at Amalie Arena.
Oh, I didn't even know he was going to be in town.
Yeah,
really?
yeah. It was a really good show. It was a completely packed house.
Right. I don't know if I'm a fan or not. I'm still, my jury's just kind of out on it.
You know what he's turning into?
I've hold on, Froggy. I've seen stuff that he's done that's made me laugh, but other things no. I'm just, I've got respect for what he's done with his career. I just don't know if I would pay money to go to a live show. Does that make sense? My jury is still out on Dave Chappelle.
I can see that. I can see that. He's very shock jockey, like, watch out for me today. I might offend all groups of people if I do anything like Dave Chappelle did. I mean, he's like really, really offensive in a hilarious way, and nobody is not going to be insulted.
You made no mention leading up to this that you were going to Dave Chappelle. I mean, not that we discuss your entire social calendar on the show, but I would think that, Dave Chappelle might come up on the show.
Yeah.
Were these like planned or just like last minute tickets that someone gave you?
No, it was planned for a while. It was planned.
For months?
I mean, when he was coming to town.
See, I had no idea. I had no idea that he was even on tour or even coming to town. I guess 18,000 other people are.
They knew. It was packed. It was good energy. A lady was heckling him, and she got kicked out.
Hold on, a lady was heckling him?
Yes.
What was the lady heckling him with?
She was from the top deck. I couldn't hear.
Like 300 level nosebleed seats?
Exactly.
Like head touching the support beams for the roof?
And that's what Dave said too. He's like, "Get her out of here." He's like, "Your seats suck anyways, ma'am." And
hold on. What about all the other people up there that were not heckling him with really sucky seats?
Well, that's what I'm saying. He was offensive to everybody. But he was like, oh, gosh, he went after. I can't even repeat the things that he said.
What did she say?
I couldn't hear it, but he kept saying, he was like, okay, settle down. Like he was being nice and playful at first.
You couldn't hear anything that she was heckling him with?
I just heard
no words.
It was a garbly, and he didn't know either, but she just kept yelling at him, and he would say something, and she'd scream back at him. And
any chance it was a plant? Any chance it was a setup?
No, because then like 20 cops came and security people came and dragged her out, and like the whole crowd was singing, "Hey, hey, hey."
Oh, goodbye, nah, hey, goodbye.
And then he was ruthless. Yeah.
Really? Froggy, what were you going to say?
I was just saying, like, he used to be funny. Like, I found him funny, but now he's turning into a little preachy type thing, sort of like George Carlin, like political stuff.
Well, he got in trouble with the whole Israeli-Palestinian thing.
Yeah, it's just like, it's too
couple
much.
A couple of days ago, he got in trouble.
I want to hear wiener jokes.
But didn't he say, I thought I saw something where the previous couple of shows or something, I thought I had no idea he was coming to town. I knew he was doing tours or stand-up somewhere because I had read that he got involved with the Israeli-Palestinian deal, and he even said something about he almost canceled himself because he stepped in something. I don't even know the whole story. I just know that he said something recently. Hold on, here we go.
Is it the Boston show?
Was it Boston?
Yes. So he said something, and media went after him because some people walked out of the show, right? That's right.
Yes. People walked out. Fester, bring up the story about people walking out of the show and what Dave Chappelle says he was his controversial remarks about Israel got misquoted. So this is from Vanity Fair.
And he makes a very good point and says in this article, because I read this article, he says that you won't read or you won't hear my exact quote because people aren't even allowed to bring phones into his show. So you have to put your phone, like we had to put our phones in little pouches.
Wait a minute, 20,000 people?
Yes.
Oh, you use the lock pouch?
Yep, the lock pouch.
Oh, that's awesome. I want to see one of those.
What if you're a parent and you get an emergency with a baby? So, see, I wouldn't go to a show where you had that's a deal breaker for me. If I could not, in the event of an emergency, I would not go see a show where I had to put my phone in a locked pouch.
Well, I guess I'm an irresponsible parent then.
I just wouldn't do it because you've got no contact.
No, it's true. It's stressful, but what I did is I called my sitter beforehand. I was like, look, we've got to get rid of our phones, so here are the emergency contacts.
Wait a minute. How do you What are the logistics of having 16? I don't know how many people are in Amelie for a stand-up show, but I'm going to say, 16, 17,000 people. What are the logistics like of that many people putting phones in a pouch? Where do the pouches go?
It was a little bit of a cluster at
Do
the
you
end
hold
of
the
night.
pouch?
You hold the pouch while you're in the show. You can't open it. It's locked. But there are places that you can go during the show if you need it unlocked to make a call.
What a pain.
That's
Yeah.
a pain. That's a
And
deal
then-
breaker for me. I'm not going. No show that makes me put a phone in a pouch where I can't check a text message or whatever. I'm not going to that show.
Yeah, if you have to kangaroo your phone.
What is the pouch made of?
It's just a cloth material, and then it's got a special lock on it, like a circle button lock.
Bring a razor blade and cut the damn thing open.
I know, exactly. But you should have seen everybody as we were leaving Emily Arena. You're trying to find the pouch opener, right? There are only 3 pouch openers.
Oh,
and it's
what kind of how long did it take to open your pouch?
it was a while, and we were
Oh,
panicked.
see, that's
So-
it. I would never, ever in a million years do
You
that
have to
crap.
wait after the show for them to open it?
Yes. and
How
you-
long did it take for you to get your pouch opened up?
Well, it was the crowd.
Sounds like a
walking
plastic
out.
surgery procedure. Sounds like some kind of, I don't know, rejuvenation or something. I don't know. All right, so like, how, just answer the question. How long did it take for you to wait in line to get your cell phone pouch reopened?
It was like about 15 minutes from the time we exited Amelie until we found, probably about 10 minutes
Oh.
until we found the pouch guy.
I
The
said,
pouch opener.
okay, once you find the pouch guy, how long did it
Well,
take?
that was the weird thing. It's like we walked right up to him and he opened it right. It was easy, but it was like you had to search through the crowd to find him.
All right, yeah.
it
He's
was-
not holding a flag like some pouch guy?
no.
like he's some European tour guide with an umbrella with a flag on top or something.
Busch Gardens.
But the funny thing is, everybody started panicking because they couldn't find the pouch guy,
Oh,
and you could see
geez.
people just
God,
getting twitchy
dude.
with their phones. Like, okay, what am I going to do?
I'll rip
If I
that
can't
bag
get-
open.
Yeah,
That's what I said. Bring a little razor blade or something in your shoe and just slice the damn thing.
Yeah.
Well, listen. Oh, Andrew's like they check for blades. Well, if you put a razor blade in your shoe, they're not going to find that.
Yeah, wrestlers have been hiding razor blades for years.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so Roxanne and Dave Chappelle last night. Did you have good seats? You up at the 300 level with the
No.
lady that was heckling?
no, a good seat.
All right,
Good seat.
6:07. Just getting rolling. Busy Monday show. MJ and the crew. Don't move. Back in minutes. Let's grab traffic with Pat here on this Monday. Hey, Pat, what's up? MJ Morning Show. Hello, folks. MJ with the crew, 619. Hey, I saw there was another big street racing bust on the Gandy again. You know, that's been, well, it's always been kind of the drag strip, and that kind of ebbs and flows, but of late, it's like nonstop. We've had, a dozen stories of Gandy street racing. Listen to these boneheads. Do they not know that the Gandy is like under extra special surveillance, that they're looking for you've got, more enforcement on aggressive driving. And I saw we have another 130 mile an hour street race, 130 miles an hour. That's asinine.
That's just irresponsible is what it is.
Yeah. Froggy, what are you whispering today?
That's right. Because it's a serious story.
You're just going to, whisper and not print on the air?
That's very irresponsible.
I
I thought street racing was like 90s. I didn't think it was still like a thing.
No, it's still a thing.
Jeez, give it a rest.
I saw the press release on this that 2 drivers were busted. This was Friday night, according to the Florida Highway Patrol. Lexton Ravai.
I like that name, Lexton.
Lexton. Lexton. And the last name, how the hell else would you pronounce this? Rava, so Rava, and then EE. I'm having vowel overload over here. It's like, Pat, can I return some vowels? I have my receipt. Hello?
Yeah.
I'd like to return all these vowels I purchased. It's too many freaking vowels.
His last name is the worst hand of Scrabble you could possibly get.
2 A's, 2 E's. I'm like, geez, man.
What can I do with that?
So Lexton Ravai, 18 years old, driving a 2022 Ford Mustang. And then Nathan Polito, 21 years old, again, demonstrating how the male brain is just not fully developed at 18 and 21. What do they say? The male brain on average is not fully developed until like 26, 27 or
it's 26.
Like somewhere in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
That the reasoning ability, reasoning skills, or the portion of the brain that helps you make good decisions is just like a little sprout when you're 18, 19, 21 years old. And, well, these doofuses have demonstrated that. So both in Ford Mustangs. And listen, I like Ford Mustangs. I've been a Mustang fan for a long time. I had 3 Mustang GTs growing up. I had an 85, 87, 89, all 5.0s, 6-speed manual, or 5-speed manuals back then, actually. Yeah. So they were traveling side by side, according to the Florida Highway Patrol. They were side by side, and they were heading from the Tampa side over to the Pinellas side. So they're heading westbound, and they were kind of next to each other at about 45 miles an hour. That's what you call a rolling start. And then they punch it, and they got up to 130 miles an hour. So the Florida Highway Patrol clocked them at 130 as they were racing.
This should have started at a standing start.
This is just before. All right, Froggy, stop.
Well, I'm just saying, if you want to make it a real, rolling starts.
No. How about you go to a drag strip then? Okay. You don't do this on the road. No, that is irresponsible. The only thing I want to hear out of your talking face hole is that you don't do this on the regular streets. You do this at a drag strip.
In my sim racing career, I know that a rolling start is not as official as a standing start.
Sim racing with you sitting in some kind of racer boy chair, peeing in a bucket on the side of your chair because you don't want to go to go to the bathroom. That's a whole different thing than doing it for real on the streets, endangering other people potentially.
You do have a point.
For the standing still start, you need the girl in the really short denim shorts.
Oh,
with
like
the flag,
Daisy Duke,
the
pink lady
Yeah, from Greece,
with kind of like the what is like the shirt that you kind of you kind of pull through. What is that when you wear like a button-down shirt, but then you make it like a bra and you pull the, you know what I'm talking about?
You take the sides of it and you turn it, you make it into a knot.
And you got
your
more
midriff is showing.
Is it a French knot or something?
There you go. And then you have more butt cheek showing than not.
And she walks like right. She has a flag. Every time she has a flag. Right? Where the hell did you get the flag from?
No, she uses her scarf.
Yeah. And she's like, all right, boys.
When I drop the scarf, you hit the start.
They don't do this on the regular street. I don't think they had that in the middle of the Gandy Bridge on Friday night.
That's why they had a rolling start, because they didn't have her.
You don't do any rolling starts. You don't do any racing on the streets. Go to, like, what drag strips are still open around here? Is the one over off of Ulmerton, is that still open?
I don't know.
Hamburger Mary's?
Different drag.
Oh, I thought we were talking
No, I'm not talking.
There was a Hamburger Mary's in Clearwater for a while, yeah.
No, there's no drag strips around.
This happened 10 o'clock, 10:55 on Friday night. Both these imbeciles were pulled over, and they were taken to jail. So troopers cuffed and stuffed these guys and then drove them off to the Pinellas County Jail. Where they both posted, or they were hit with a $150 bond. You know, I would imagine that they bonded out, $150 bond. But again, the bottom line is you just got to be careful, because you got maniacs like this that are driving that kind of speed, and at that speed you can come up on a regular motorist doing 55, 65 on that bridge in a lickety split second, and you could just rear end them and throw them over the side into Tampa Bay. Knock the crap off. Hey, Froggy, I've got a follow-up for you.
Great.
Tell me if you recognize this audio bite. This is, this is like. This is like it's like the audio daily double.
Ooh,
you ready? Up daily double. All right, Froggy.
Yes, Ken.
Oh, Ken, as in the dude that took over when
Ken
Alex
Jennings?
Yeah, Ken
My
Jennings,
new favorite host.
Yeah,
He's really good.
All right, so here's your audio daily double, Froggy. Tell me what this is.
We got weights and fit. There we go.
Oh, please.
Out of here.
Yes, a classic moment. Weights and fish.
Why you describe that classic moment, Froggy?
Well, that was a couple guys that won a fishing tournament for about $40,000, and it ends up they were stuffing their fish with lead weights.
Apparently for a very long time.
Yes,
so
and fish fillets.
Right, so they were filleting up smaller fish, and they were shoving the fillets of fish
down the goozle pipe of the other fish.
Right?
Did it include the buns, the cheese, and the tartar sauce as well? So they were shoving fillets of smaller fish down the gullets of these fish, and then also lead weights to make the fish they caught heavier, so they had a more impressive, heavier weigh-in when all their fish were weighed. And these guys were busted. Was it like an Ohio tournament or something?
Like, this fish is 11 inches and 27 pounds. Well, this is heavy.
They were finally busted because I don't know how they got away with this for so long.
I know.
But what happened was, as the fish were being, I guess, handled, some of the people weighing the fish were like, you know what? This fish weighs a little more than it should for this size fish.
This is a dense fish.
How did they get away? How the hell did they get away with that for so long? Because apparently they cheated at many previous tournaments. Anyway, the reason why I'm bringing this up, the reason why I'm trying to jar Froggy's memory with...
We got weights and fit. There we go. Out of here.
Like an angry torch-carrying mob. They were about to get lynched or something.
They would have.
That was terrible. Well, the reason why I'm bringing this up again is now one of the guys that was busted for the fish incident, one of the dudes has now been accused of poaching deer.
God, what's this guy's problem?
What did this guy just lay the hell low?
Stay away from the outdoor activities, bud.
Exactly. You know what? You're banned from Dick's. You're banned from Bass Pro Shops. You're banned from Cabela's. You're banned from the freaking sporting goods section of Walmart.
How about Gander Mountain? Can you get in the Gander Mountain?
No.
Hang on a minute. Andrew wants me to say REI. Yeah, Andrew just said don't forget REI.
Yeah. It's true.
Go
Even
to
Walmart.
REI and buy a bike. Hike. Don't kill things.
God, this guy's terrible.
You can't even buy one of those little outdoor cooking stoves, a Coleman little stove at Walmart, all right?
Don't do it.
You can't keep this guy. What is wrong with this guy?
Wasn't he like, I'm famous for cheating at sports. Let me poach a deer.
Man convicted. Didn't they lose their boat? They had paid like thousands in fines. They lost their boat. Didn't their boat get confiscated?
Yes. The boat they won probably in the tournament before.
Man convicted of cheating in a fishing tournament, now accused of poaching deer in Pennsylvania. What is wrong? 36-year-old Chase Kaminsky made news headlines and became a target online, social media a year ago after he and an Ohio man angered fellow anglers after a video circulated showing officials of a Lake Erie fishing tournament discovering that the two had put lead weights in their catch, hoping to win lucrative. They did win, or they won previous tournaments.
They were like the
apparently that way.
legend of the walleye fishing
Yeah,
tournament.
they were the champs.
Man. This past Monday, a Pennsylvania game warden assigned to Mercer County filed 8 charges against Kaminsky, alleging that between 2013 and 2021, he harvested several white-tailed deer out of season and without a valid license. This guy is just, so this even goes back a couple of years. This guy is just a walking wildlife menace.
Is he shooting?
Golly.
I'm not a big hunter. Is he shooting Bambi? Is that what it sounds like to you? Like
Well,
he's going after ones.
He's shooting
Just-
small, unregulated. There's only certain kinds of deer I think you can shoot at certain times of the year. I'm not a hunter.
Well, there's a season.
Yes.
Yeah.
The hell? I just thought after seeing this, I'm like, why is this guy getting in trouble again? This guy is a menace. He's a wildlife menace to society.
Does he have a stuffed manatee in his family room?
So there you go.
What a punk,
Yeah,
dude.
keep him out of Florida. He'd be shooting manatees. There you go.
I'm going sea cow hunting.
The hell's the matter with this jackwagon? It's sort of a moron in the news. Guess what? That was the appetizer. That was the appetizer to a spectacular pile of morons in the news next. Don't move, folks, here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105 631. Hey, this... And folks, 6:40, appreciate you hanging with us on a Monday morning. And yes, we are live. I wasn't here Friday because rolled up to New York City because Julian, my son's at NYU. He's a freshman. He's only not even 2 months in, just starting, a brand new freshman. And it was families and alumni weekend. So we went to several events and, several little seminars and a couple of get-togethers.
Seminar.
Yeah, that's why. Well, listen, they held little,
Okay.
hey, what the hell are you paying for up here at meetings? All right. So seminar equals what the hell are you paying for meetings? All right. So it was kind of funny. Remind me to bring something up later on. Let me make a note here. Father, all right, NYU. Yeah, we were at one of the sessions, and a father raises his hand and asks a question. I'll get into that later on. And my wife and I looked at each other, and it's like, huh? What?
How'd your kid get in here?
All right. Well, no, it really wasn't that.
Oh, okay.
But it was just something interesting. I'll get to that later. Let's do some early morons in the news. Man, I got too much to do, not enough time to do it. So first off, if you think you can shove methamphetamine into a jar of New Orleans Zatarain's seasoning, some Cajun seasoning. If you think you can take a bag of meth and shove it in the jar and then bring it in your carry-on and they're not going to determine an anomaly inside a glass jar of Cajun spice? You don't think the X-ray is going to determine that there's like in the jar that there's like different shades? What are you new? What are you on drugs? Well, apparently so. So, Fester, you're familiar with Zatarain's, right?
Zatarain's Creole seasoning.
This was the Pro Boil.
Okay.
Are you familiar with? I guess this is to make some crawfish. Ooh wee!
Let me tell you something about Zatarain. It's the only kind I use.
I said I know somebody who's familiar with it.
Dude,
Cajun Fester.
How long is it going to take you to go into Cajun Fester?
I was waiting for a second to transform into Cajun Fester. Let me tell you, Zatarain's is the second finest Creole seasoning behind.
Wait, what's the first?
Tony Chackery.
What's that?
I think
Cajun
it's,
Fester.
I think it's Tony Shashery.
Chackery.
Whatever it
I
is.
can't even say it right. That's some spicy stuff. Ooh-wee, I guarantee. Can't put your methamphetamines inside the Zatarain's.
I was waiting for Fester. Like, I mean, how long was it going to take you? I'm trying to drag it out. I'm like totally teeing up Cajun Fester.
I was going into it. I was waiting for my spot.
Anyway, Cajun Fester made its appearance when? What was the first appearance of Cajun Fester?
A couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah. I heard a Cajun Fester promo, and I was laughing so hard.
Ooh-wee.
It was because of the Louisiana twerking girl.
Yes.
Right. She lost like her scholarship or something?
Yeah.
And Cajun Fester was her dad, if I'm not mistaken.
I was her advocate.
You were what?
Her advocate.
I'm sorry, what?
Here in Louisiana, I have a parent, but I'm her advocate.
Oh, you have a kid.
No, I'm her advocate.
Advocate.
What?
Advocate.
Oh, advocate.
Thank you very much, Roxanne, who obviously speaks fluent Cajun. I guarantee. Take a little methamphetamine, put it in your Tony Zachary, or put it in your Zatarain's. Why don't you just drop your methamphetamines inside a big bowl of gumbo?
What's your favorite? I guess, baked good in New Orleans?
Ooh-wee. Well, I don't get some bake.
Fried.
They're
I'm sorry. Fried.
It was fried beignets. Ooh-wee. I got the white powder sugar all over my face. Looks like I'm a big pot of cocaine.
Looks like you're Tony Montana, right?
Tony Montana of the Bayou.
All right, let me get into the story now. So, this smuggler was caught at the New Orleans airport hiding crystal meth in a jar of Zatarain's Pro Boil spice. I guess you add this, to the...
You put it in the pot there. That's all the seasoning you need there for a big professional boil there. Listen, we don't call the airport here in New Orleans. We call it the Louis.
So I guess they wanted a little extra kick.
The Louis.
You know why we call it the Louis?
Louis Armstrong Airport.
It's the Louis Armstrong Airport.
It's Louis Armstrong International Airport.
You're trying to smuggle your methamphetamines inside your Creole seasoning.
Here comes Louis Armstrong.
I don't know.
It's hard to flip-flop.
It's pretty hard, Cajun Fester. What you talking about, Louis? I don't know exactly what you... All right.
I see trees of green and crystal meth too. Yeah. All right, so
I've always heard of people like smuggling drugs on planes inside like shampoo bottles.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
I mean, that's always been the carrier of choice. Creole seasoning is pretty creative.
this was a bust by TSA officers at Louis Armstrong New Orleans Airport. Agents seized a jar of Zatarain's, not quite factory fresh. The factory seal was broken. The container was Zatarain's ultimate crawfish, shrimp, and crab boil. Actually contained a bag of crystal meth wrapped in blue painter's tape. So it was like a Ziploc baggie with the crystal meth inside and then totally wrapped in blue, that painter's tape. And it contained the drugs, and the traveler had it hidden inside the jar. But again, the X-ray is going to show different shades. They can see if you have something. They know what a regular glass jar with contents looks like, and they know what a jar that has something else inside the jar looks like, and that was the tip-off.
Now, is it snorted? Is meth snorted or eaten, or is it
It's
smoked?
smoked.
Or
It's
ingest. What is it?
you can
Intravenously.
intravenous.
Intravenous, yeah.
You can shoot it up. You can snort. I mean, there's a whole variety of
Hey,
ways.
apparently, you could also put it in an etouffee. What is that around? I guarantee.
Can you imagine though? What if you had said, "Okay, I'm just going to let the crystals bounce around with the Zataran spices,
And then you
snort it."
Or then you
You'd be
make a meth,
sneezing. Oh,
crawfish boil. Meth for crawfish boil. Put the crawdaddies in there.
Let me tell you about my new method in the crawfish boil.
Boy, once you eat a little bit, you eat a lot of it.
Yeah. So it was a boneheaded attempt. The X-ray clearly showed that there was something stashed inside the Zataran's Ultimate Pro Boil. This is a good-sized jar. This is a 53-ounce jar. You can get it on Amazon for $19.95.
Well, you can't even bring it on a plane. If this is the size jar he brought, 53 ounces.
But no, but it's not a liquid. I think it is the
is it a
Zataran's.
liquid or is it a powder?
I'm guessing it's a powder.
Ultimate crawfish. I guess so.
I'm guessing it's a powder is what I'm guessing.
So, did I ever tell you the time I was stopped at TSA for bringing a food product on a plane?
Well, that would be every time you bring it.
Every time.
When you bringing a rack of ribs on the plane?
No. I had to
Getting
go.
barbecue sauce all over the seat, all over the tray table, all over your face. What?
Jeez.
My wife, I was in Indiana. I had to travel back to Indiana, and I'm at the Fort Wayne airport. My wife likes a macaroni salad from Meijer, which is like the Walmart
Oh,
of
the
the
Meijer.
Midwest.
It's the Meijer supermarkets.
Right,
Yes,
yeah.
I'm familiar with Meijer.
she
It's
said-
like Meijer. Is
Yes.
that right?
It's big in Michigan and Indiana, Ohio,
Yep.
all that,
Yep.
all those godforsaken states. Anyway, my wife's like, "Hey, on your way back from Indiana, stop by and get me a big container of macaroni salad." And I packed it in ice and I brought a little collapsible cooler. Anyway, a big container of macaroni salad under an X-ray machine looks just like a bomb.
A bomb.
Because all the elbow macaroni
Right.
looks like shrapnel.
Oh, man.
And it gets more dense toward the middle, and they saw a ball with shrapnel, and Fort Wayne Airport TSA, sir, this your bag? And I'm like, yes, it is. And they open it up, they go, they actually wanted me to open it up in front of them. They didn't want to open
serious?
it. Can you
All right.
unzipper that bag for us? And I go, hey, what's the problem? And it was Meijer macaroni salad.
Did they swab it?
Once they saw it was sealed.
But they didn't swab it up?
Nope,
like,
I didn't get a swab job.
Yeah, because the swab job is, well, if you get singled out for extra security, that happened to me. It was like 4 times in a row earlier this year. I got the random crap. When you walk through the metal detector. So I'm TSA pre-check. You puds.
Bozos is what we are.
You bozos are doing the full body scans because none of you guys have.
I'm getting mine.
Oh, finally?
Yes.
I mean, but right now, none of the crew has TSA pre-check other than me.
I'm over it.
And you get to get through the line faster. I've got clear as well. So I've got clear with TSA pre-check is fantastic. We don't have clear at Tampa International Airport. What the hell's going on? Why don't we have a clear line? What the hell? Come on, TIA. We need clear at Tampa. But all the other airports I travel to, for the most part, I was in Kansas City. They had clear. The New York airport's clear. So, with TSA pre-check, you just walk through the old metal detector. You don't take your shoes off. You get to leave your laptop in the bag or your iPad, whatever. And you putzes are having to put your arms up and get your whole body scanned.
Whenever you say clear, I just picture that you go through and they look at your skin and they make sure you don't have zits. And they're like, okay, you can board now.
Are you a Zitzo?
Face the facts, Zitzo.
Yeah, what was that Stridex or what was that?
Oxy?
Oxy, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Clear
So,
still,
for whatever reason, earlier this year, like every time I was walking through the metal detector, I'd get the beep, 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 beep. It'd go off. I'm like, I don't have any metal. I mean, I know how to walk through a metal detector. I got nothing that's going to set it off. And I'm like, no, it's just, you've been singled out random. And then they want to get out the little Stridex zip pad.
Yeah.
And they want to just swab your phone to make sure that you don't have bomb making residue on your phone or laptop or whatever. So anyway, not a good idea trying to smuggle a bag of crystal meth inside a Zataran's Cajun spice jar. Yeah, so there you go. All right, 6:51 at the MJ Morning Show. Just getting rolling, really. Holy, the whole first hour is almost done? Where the hell is time gone? I have no idea. Anyway, 7 o'clock hour starts coming up in just a bit. I've got a really bad son story. You want to hear about a really, really bad... I mean, how could you do this to mom? I mean, this is terrible. give mom a heart attack. A really bad problem child. I'll explain that story coming up in just a bit. Oh, also, I got a story about a big pile of lottery suck. This is apparently this is true according to Virginia officials, but also it should be of interest to our listeners here because it has to do with Powerball, and of course that's multi-state. All that's next. Don't move, folks. We're back in a minute. Loaded coming up on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. It is 7 o'clock exactly at the MJ Morning Show. MJ and the gang here on a Monday morning. I'm back from New York. Michelle and I got in yesterday about 6 p.m. Man, sat on the ground at LaGuardia. You get a couple of little sprinkles of rain. And look, I mean, we pushed back on time. We pushed back early. And then we just sat. You know what the worst thing in the world is? Hello, everybody. The captain from the cockpit. We're number 26 for takeoff. I brought up my Flight Radar 24 app so I could see, what was going on. And you see all these planes are just all stacked and backed, and American Southwest and Delta and all these planes. So I think we were like number 19 for takeoff. It's like, geez, man, come on. I mean, we pushed back. It was just a little bit of sprinkle, and we pushed back on time. And you know what the trick is? Let me just give you a little inside airplane action here. Is if they push back, literally, if they take the jetway away and the plane pushes back out of the parking spot, that is considered an on-time departure.
Yeah, that makes sense now.
Did you guys not know this? Am I edumacating you for the very first time on this?
I see why, because then they can have their quote
Yep.
on-time departure
Yep.
and go sit and fiddle with any little issue they might have.
It counts as a good use of words there. I'm glad to see you use your vocabulary and your words. Good.
Fiddle?
No.
Fiddle?
No. On-time departure.
Yes.
So if they pull the jet bridge away and the doors close, jet bridge pulls away, and they just push back, that is an on-time departure. So guess what our on-time departure consisted of yesterday? Door was closed, jet bridge pulled away from the plane gets pushed back by the tug at LaGuardia, Terminal C, which, the new Terminal C is really nice over there. You think you're going to the new one, but then we got filtered to Gate 85A, which is the old terminal. but it's not as bad as the old, JetBlue area back in Southwest back in the day. So we pushed back, and then we sat for 20 minutes. We pushed back like 12 feet, and then we just sat. So, hey, guess what? On-time departure. It's not Delta's fault. It's LaGuardia, and LaGuardia is like, you talk to any pilot, and LaGuardia is like the worst airport in the country. It's one of the most dangerous, just landing and takeoff. It's just one of the most challenging airports in the country for commercial aviation. So we sat there for like 20 minutes, just push back a little bit, and then we rolled down to I can't remember, runway 23 or whatever it was, and we just sat there, and you look out the window, and it's not like there was just a single line. It was like traffic chaos. You had like 3 different areas where the planes were lined up. So I can look out my window. I'm like, we're in one lane, then there's another lane. There's another, taxiway, then another taxiway, and just a mess. So we were like number 19 for takeoff. So we actually ended up we pushed back early. We get to Tampa late. We sat at LaGuardia. Do you know how long we sat at LaGuardia before we took off?
25 minutes.
That would be incorrect. Too low.
I thought I heard you say that earlier. It's
No,
why I'm so
55 minutes.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we pushed back and then waited 55 minutes before we took off yesterday.
I don't know why, but I feel less confined when I'm stuck at the terminal on the plane versus once they push back. I feel really trapped. Did you feel trapped and antsy for those 55 minutes?
What are you, claustrophobic or something?
I don't know. It's more stressful if we've pulled away for some reason.
No,
for me.
I'm not stressed. I just want to get going. I just don't like to sit there and just, twiddle my thumbs with my thumb up, where. But hey, so we're up in New York. It was NYU family and alumni weekend. Julian's a brand new freshman, so we went up for that. Hey, if you want to see some killer food that we ate, I took Julian for omakase. For a really good omakase, one of the top in the city, maybe one of the top in North America, I would say. I took Julian for sushi, omakase, just really an incredible experience. Just the quality, everything flown in like 5-6 times a week from Tokyo and other parts of Japan. And also ramen. There's a ramen place that we love called Ichiran. And it's a Japanese chain. They've got a couple of 100 locations in Japan, and it's Ichiran Ramen. And somebody commented, hey, looks like you guys ate at the DMV.
Seriously?
Well, because it is such a cool experience. If you haven't seen the photos, you got to check them out on my Instagram, because we had multiple pizza stops. The ramen, just killer, amazing ramen. And they have 20. This is the one near Penn Station, 31st between 6th and 7th. And it's called Ichiran, Ichiran. And they have 2 sides, and there are 23 booths on each side. So a total of 46 booths. And each individual has their own seat and a little cubby. And you eat in the cubby, and there's like a bamboo shade that they drop, but they deliver your food. They lift the shade to bring you your ramen bowl and any other accoutrement that you order. Like I ordered some extra pork. I ordered the soft-boiled egg, the special vinegar to add some umami to the broth. This is a tonkatsu, which is like a pork bone-based broth.
Okay.
It's
I mean,
if
you need a cooking show.
If you listen,
you need a GD cooking show.
All right.
Okay?
So listen,
I mean,
if you want to see this really cool, like total Japan experience, you got to take a look at it. It's on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. Go to Certified MJ Radio and take a look at the image.
Of
And-
MJ's good-looking soup.
Well, it's Michelle, it's Julian, it's me, and we're pictured. And then I took a picture down the whole line so you can see all the booths on
Don't
one
give
side.
it all away. Don't give it all away.
And then the pictures of my,
He's gonna give it
the
all away.
mushrooms, the noodle. It's really cool. The food, multiple pizza stops. I'll get into more food later on.
Oh, good.
Because man, we had an awesome pizza weekend. You know what happens? I'm a tour guide now. So wherever anyone's going in the world, they're hitting me up. I get emails, I get direct messages, DMs. Hey MJ, I'm heading to New York. Can you give me your list of pizza places? Hey MJ, I'm going to New York. What do you like for sushi? I mean, hey MJ, I'm going to New York. What do you like for Afghanistan food? So it's like.
Or, hey, MJ, I want to go to New York and eat the whole city like you.
There you go.
All right, so the only thing I really care about on this Instagram of
Right.
yours that you love to talk about food on
Right.
is this smashed up, expensive BMW crazy
Oh,
car.
yeah, it's an i8, and the whole front end is ripped off. I don't know what the hell happened,
Oh
but
my God.
I took a. Hey, folks, take a look at our weekend in Manhattan. It's on my Instagram. It is Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. So take a look. I got a whole bunch of pictures up there. A lot of food, a lot of pizza, sushi, ramen. The ramen picture, the place is really cool. So Certified MJ Radio, give it a look. All right, you ready for my lottery story?
Does it involve you eating food?
No, it does not.
Okay, then yes, I'm
All right,
ready for it.
So lottery, Powerball. Do you believe this? It seems that like Virginia lottery officials are certifying this story, but how would they even know that the guy's not making it up? So listen to this. Virginia lottery player got all 5 numbers and the Powerball correct at first, but then he changed the Powerball at the last minute. That's the claim for the massive drawing we had a couple of weeks ago for the $1.5 billion. So, but Virginia officials are like certifying this as a true story. How do you know, really? Carlos Gutierrez was waiting for a chicken sandwich and a coffee on his way to work on October 9th when he decided to buy a ticket, according to the Virginia State Lottery Administrator. This is at Lee's Sandwiches in Falls Church, Virginia, up in northern Virginia, just outside of D.C., just to the west of Arlington, if you care. And he picked the following numbers: 16, 34, 46, 55, 67. And he chose the Powerball of 14. But at the last minute, he had a change of heart, and he switched it to 19. Guess what? If he would have kept the 14, that was the winning combination. So he would have either won the whole thing, or he would have shared it with the guy that won out in California, or who, because, well, we don't know who it is, but there was another winning ticket. Wasn't that sold in California, if I'm not mistaken, again?
Was this the week that there was no winner?
This is 1.5 billion.
Right, didn't like the 1.7 billion? Wasn't that the ultimate
Was
winner?
that it? Was
so
that it?
he would have won
All
it
right.
whole.
Oh, he would have
before
won.
the
That's
California
right.
guy.
That's right. I lose track of these. So this was maybe the drawing before the 1.7 billion, which was ultimately won. Oh yeah. So this guy would have maybe taken the whole 1.5 billion. So he still gets $1 million. And the story that I read was like, oh, but things aren't that bad. He still won $1 million. No, first of all, after taxes, he's going to have like $600,000, which, listen, I think anyone will take 600. But there's a big difference between $600,000 and after taxes getting like 600 million,
Wow.
600,000, 600 million. Little bit of a difference in lifestyle. Yeah. So this guy apparently changed to 19 from 14 at the very last minute. So the next day he stopped by the sandwich shop again and heard that someone had bought a ticket there that was worth $1 million, and then realized he hadn't even checked his numbers yet. And then he checked his numbers and he realized that he was the one that they were talking about who won at that particular store and got the $1 million. Anyway, story said, still a pretty great day for this Gutierrez guy, matching the fine numbers, netted him a very big prize. He told the lottery organizers that he's going to use the money to expand his business, whatever he does.
Yeah, good for him.
But, again, odds of Powerball 1 in 292.2 million. And this guy had all numbers and changed the Powerball at the last freaking minute and missed out on winning the whole damn thing. And it seems that would have been a solo win. Because you're right, it was the jackpot before the ultimate jackpot went, a couple of days or a week later or whatever? And that was the 1.7 something billion, if I'm not mistaken.
The guy out in California, just outside of Los Angeles.
Yeah, well, there's a bunch of California winners, and that's why people are saying, oh, it's rigged, it's fixed. No, it's not. Come on. The damn lottery, it's drawn right here in Tallahassee, right here in Florida. So, all right, when we get back, folks, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. No one does this. In minutes, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show. No music, no commercials, just nonstop content. By the way, Hal Herman wanted to come in with headlines today, and I don't know if it's a good idea because I guess he wanted to deal with Matthew Perry. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I might have to thwart that today. Maybe we'll give it a day buffer. But but still, big Matthew Perry news. We'll get into that coming up. Couple of eerie, chilling, foretelling issues maybe. We'll explain coming up, folks. Don't move. And I still have the worst son ever. I'm going to lead with this. I didn't get to it here. I got sidetracked by ramen. All right. The worst son ever. Can you imagine if your son did this to you? Got to hear it. Next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. MJ Morning Show, Q105, 723, rolling up on 724. And, of course, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ right now. Hey, Roxanne, I think I need to get Michelle on
Oh, good.
in a little bit.
Okay.
Did she have a conversation with you about getting your little monster kids to behave, especially in the car?
She told me about responsible riders.
Oh, yeah.
And so
what about the WOW tickets? Did she tell you about that as well?
She told me a little bit about the reward system for it. So I texted her over the weekend and I was like, guess what I have? I have some responsible riders. And she's like, I'm going to give you all this stuff that this is a system that Michelle came up with.
Michelle still has stuff from when Julian and Chloe were little kids, and Michelle whipped them into shape, not just in the car. Now, you just turned your X5 in. The lease was up. You just got another Happy Fields BMW customer right here.
I did.
Because
yes.
Roxanne just picked up a brand new 2024 X5, right?
I did. And we all talk about what a great car it is, right? Okay. Amazing car. But I am obsessed with the people at Fields. They're really, really, really amazing. Did I send you the video of what they did?
You did, but
grainy?
but yours came from Apple to my Android, and it was just it wasn't great. So I need to see the original. So Roxanne, let's say there might be some extra vacuuming needed in the cleanup of your lease turn-in, and so with the new one, you had a conversation with my wife, and Michelle's gonna kind of teach you how to get your kids in line so they don't shred up the backseat of this car.
Right.
With all kinds of sticky crap and stuff shoved everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And then
goldfish down in the pockets of
the whole thing. So responsible rider program, also the WOW ticket program. Yeah, Michelle, we're going to call Michelle in a little bit if I can squeeze her in today. If not, we'll do it tomorrow. But Michelle is going to explain the whole process to you so you can whip your little gremlins into shape, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I have a lot to do here. We start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Hey, folks, I want to thank everyone. And, I constantly hear this now, and it's highly appreciated when I ask of one thing of the audience, and that's just tell 3 people a day that you listen to the MJ Morning Show. Our audience is big, but I want it even bigger. I want the audience as big as we can possibly get it. And listen, pandemic screwed things up. Still, there are people that don't know we're back, or there are people that are new to the Tampa Bay area since the MJ Morning Show first went off the air back in 2012. We had an 18-year run from 94 to 2012. Then we just came back again in 2020 with the whole team, with the addition of Roxanne now. And there are a lot of people that just don't know what we do. And once people say, oh, man, let me check out this MJ Morning Show, or when people are exposed to our show for the first time, they're like, oh, my God, I can't believe I haven't been listening to this for the last 2-3 years that we've been back. So tell 3 people a day. If you know people that listen to a different show, just say, hey, listen, you really ought to give the MJ Morning Show a shot on 104.7. And plus, we're on MJ TV. Every morning, we've got a live video stream, multiple cameras in the studio. You get to see us all in this crap hole studio we have, which hopefully we'll get a new studio, but they've been telling us for 3 years now. But anyway, what comes out of the speakers sounds good. Just the studio looks like ass. All right, so you can watch us on MJ TV. Our show is podcast every day. By 11 a.m., Andrew has the whole show podcast up. There's just a ton of ways. You can listen to us on conventional FM radio, or you can stream us on all the apps. We're available on every single app. When you just search Q105 Tampa Bay, MJ Morning Show Live, or MJ Morning Show Podcast, very easy. All right, so let's talk about what I teased a few minutes ago, and tell me if this is not the worst sun ever. This is up in Pennsylvania. I guess this could happen anywhere. Can you imagine? But let me just give you a couple of facts, and let's see if anyone can buzz in and guess where this is going. A son drives his mom on some errands, including a stop at the bank. Anybody?
I'd like to take a guess.
Yes, Fester. Yes, Fester's just dinged in. Yes, Fester.
Is there a bank robbery involved while mom's doing her transaction?
That would be. All right. Well, hold on. The son goes into the bank.
Right.
Mom is left in the car, the getaway car, in the parking lot of the bank.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Oh, my freaking. This is unbelievable. So this is Haverford, Pennsylvania. The initial reports are 2 suspects, 211, bank rob, whatever.
Yeah, 2 suspects. One's 86-year-old mom.
Is that still like 211 in progress? Is that, I just thinking of old like LA cop shows. Yeah, we got a 211 in progress. So the mother is left in the running car in the parking lot while the son says, hey, I got to run into the bank real quick. The son robs the bank with elderly mom in the passenger seat.
What are you doing? Why are you running, Timothy?
This happened last Thursday at the Santander Bank. Do we have Santanders in Florida?
I've never even heard of a Santander.
Oh, it's big up in the Northeast. It's
Never heard of
Santander. It's like it's a European bank, and they're huge. They're big in New York City, I guess Pennsylvania. So North New Jersey, Santander, Santander, is a pretty big bank up there. I just don't know if we have any in Florida. So this is last Thursday morning. Police posted a notice 11:19 a.m. on the Crime Watch app that there was no threat to the public, 2 subjects in custody. But then the story starts to unfold. Later Thursday, the police chief, John Viola, then rolls out the actual narrative of the story. They respond to the Santander Bank for a bank robbery in progress at 11:05 a.m. While officers were en route, the bank security advised the responding officer that the bank robber, a white male 50 to 60 years of age, was observed exiting the bank after being given an undetermined sum of U.S. currency and then entering a gray sedan. Bank security observed the vehicle drive through the parking lot with an elderly white female in the front seat. As police entered the parking lot, the vehicle fled at a high rate of speed southbound. The vehicle, a gray Mitsubishi Mirage,
It's a good car.
was stopped at so-and-so road, blah, blah, blah. The bank robber was positively identified, taken into custody. Felony stop, guns drawn, out of the car, face down. Put your hands behind your back, on your knees. You know, I mean, the whole felony deal, guns drawn. Mom is on the ground. It doesn't say how old mom was, but here's the deal. The son was 56 years
Oh, my
old.
God.
Okay.
That
80s.
means mom was probably in her 80s, probably upper 79, 83, 85, somewhere in there. Maybe even pushing 90.
You never know.
What son is doing a little drive, taking mom to the hair salon? Oh, mom, got to stop at the bank. And he robs the bank with elderly mom in the passenger seat. Who the hell would do this?
I don't know if that's the worst son ever.
Oh, that's pretty damn
I
close.
mean, he didn't use mom as a body shield or anything. That would be
That's
worse.
pretty damn close.
And he was running other errands with her, right?
Apparently so.
Okay, so that's what they say to do now if you want to like help save on gas.
Look at this.
You package all your errands together. He just packaged them all together.
Guess what?
What?
Mom was being taken to the hair salon for the crunchy old lady do. You know,
Yeah.
the helmet hair?
Yes.
Yep, never even made it. But so mom was cuffed and stuffed. So can you imagine 80-something years old, we're guessing? And she's stuffed. Then they were able to unwind the story. Mom had no idea. So she was released. She's not charged. They determined that the mother had no idea that her bank robber's son was going to go into the bank and stick him up while she's waiting in the car in the parking lot. Hey, Mom, just got to do something in the bank real quick. I'll be right back. There's a stick up.
Ma, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Oh, my God. That's the worst son ever. That's terrible. All right, 7:33 at the MJ Morning Show. So we had by the way, we've got the whole Friends thing, the whole, Bing, Chandler Bing deal, the whole Matthew Perry thing is coming up. Quite a shocker over the weekend with the death of Matthew Perry from Friends. Fester's like doing a face over here, like really a shocker.
Is it a shocker?
Well, listen,
Fester.
Is it a shocker?
I believe he's been sober for a couple of years.
Yeah, but
Hang on.
isn't he one of
Hold-
those actors, one of those famous people where you're like, you know what, any day now,
Hold
I'm not going to be
on, sir.
surprised.
Hold on to that thought. We'll get into, and then Hal Herman.
Too much, man.
Hal Herman hits me up last night and says, hey, MJ, I want to do Hal Herman headlines regarding the big entertainment breaking news from over the weekend. And, I was like, I don't know. Hal Herman, maybe we should give it at least just a day buffer with Hal Herman headlines. Froggy,
I'd say.
What are your thoughts on this?
I think, by seeing the way this has affected many people, including my wife,
yeah.
who's very distraught by it because she loves that dumb show.
Yeah, so Kim, Froggy's wife, is distraught.
What?
Yeah.
If Hal Herman had a hair on his back, he would report the news today.
Well, maybe Cajun Fester should do it.
You know what? I was going to push this off until maybe 15, 20 minutes. Let's just deal with Matthew Perry now.
It's so sad.
Yeah,
It's the biggest news of the weekend nationally as far as celebrity crap goes.
Texters are asking when we're going to talk about
Yeah,
it. So
well,
here
I'll
we-
tell you what. I was going to do it in a little bit. Let's just do it now.
The most shocking part of it all, his father or his stepfather is that Keith Morrison guy.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Me neither.
I saw him walking around like Dateline's already there.
Yeah,
Jeez.
so...
That was quick.
So Matthew Perry's stepfather is that dude from Dateline NBC who's like, and he's... I'm trying to do the voice of Keith Morrison. He's the guy that goes...
A murder in a small town.
Exactly.
Like that,
And then he was found in the hot tub, apparently from drowning.
All right.
He ends on an up.
But Keith Morrison, he's that Dateline guy that talks so deliberately.
Yes.
And the sleepy little town was awakened by a horror story. That Keith Morrison, his stepfather. Well, the death investigation, cause of death, you saw now, has been deferred. So that is the official terminology now from the L.A. medical examiner. The cause of Matthew Perry's death at his house on Saturday will require additional investigative steps by the L.A. County Medical Examiner's Office before there's a conclusion. This is according to details from the agency. The medical examiner updated its online record for Matthew Perry yesterday afternoon, listing his cause of death as deferred. So they got to run the whole tox deal. Now, reports are they didn't find any illicit, illegal drugs, but they did find prescription drugs at the house. And, well, that's kind of common.
He fell asleep in the hot tub?
Well, did he have a medical episode in the hot tub and drown? I mean, what precipitated Matthew Perry, Chandler Bing, from drowning in the hot tub? Yeah, the DOA and the song and
It's
then
his love life, not him.
hey, did you
now.
hear the audio bite from one of the Friends episodes where
No.
Matthew Perry or Chandler Bing said,
Well, what do you know? I guess I'll be the one who dies first.
Oh.
Yes.
Yikes. I didn't know that.
yeah, hey, Andrew, were you able to determine what episode, what season? All right, Andrew is going to try to figure out what episode this was from where Matthew Perry said on Friends.
Well, what do you know? I guess I'll be the one who dies first.
Dude, I knew that back when you said it, Matthew.
You know,
I've known for 20 years he'd be the one to die first.
I saw a recent photo of him. I guess it was taken just a couple of days ago, paparazzi photo. And poor guy did not look very healthy. Like, he's not the healthiest looking
He
person.
hasn't looked good for a while because, listen, he had the illicit drug problems, alcohol problems. The dude has had a tortured life. I mean, I felt really bad for him. He's a likable guy.
Yeah, he really is. I felt like, I don't know how to say this, but like he's relatable. I mean, he just is. I really felt for him. You just want to like hug him. That's what kind of guy he is. Like, he needs a hug.
He needs to put the drugs down.
Hey, do me a favor, right? So I don't have to look it up on my phone.
What's up?
Froggy, can you write down Kim's number real quick, would you please? I think I know it because we've called her plenty of times. Just want to make sure that I dial the right number here. I think I'm dialing it right. Hold on, I've already dialed it, and well, hold on, write it down. Make sure I'm calling the right number.
We'll know any second anyway.
Well, I don't. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I did. Kim.
Hey.
Hey, thank you.
we got her on the
I don't.
line,
I don't need it now. Hey, Kim,
Kim.
it's MJ, Froggy, Fester, Roxanne. We're calling you live. How you doing this morning?
I'm okay. How are you?
Well, we're okay. Froggy says that you're like distraught over Matthew Perry.
I didn't know. He came in. I was reading, and he came in. He's like, "Oh my gosh, did you hear who died?" And I'm like, "No." And he goes, "It's one of the friends." And I literally gasped. I was like, "Oh, no!" And then, then I went from there. It's very sad. It's very sad.
And this was Saturday night. About what time?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know, like 5:30.
Sorry, I didn't make a mental note of the time.
Now, hold on, Kim. When you gasped, and before he told you which friend it was, did you have an inkling
She guessed it
that
immediately.
that was Matthew Perry?
She goes, Matthew Perry. And I go, yep,
I know.
dead as a
That
doornail.
was quite the impersonation.
Yeah,
Thank
that's what you did
for
there.
that.
It was during a gasp.
All right, now, Kim, were you listening to the show just now or no?
Yeah, we're in the car. We're doing school drop-off
All
right now.
right, did you hear the audio bite from one of the Friends episodes where he says that he's going to be the first one to die?
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember that episode exactly what one it is, but I do remember him saying that. at some
Season
point.
9, episode 8.
Okay, there we go.
Ooh, the one when Chandler dies first.
The one
Well,
with,
what do you know? I guess I'll be the one who dies first.
okay, it's
Was the
one-
monkey in that episode? Marcel the monkey?
No,
the one with
no,
Rachel's
that was
other
way
sister.
earlier on.
Oh, the monkey was earlier? I'm sorry, I was never a Friends watcher.
Season 9, episode 8.
The only thing,
one
that
with
the only thing that interested me was the monkey. All right, go ahead. Yes, Rox.
Rachel's sister on
Yeah.
the show. Which was that Reese Witherspoon?
The
Is that
one
who-
with Rachel's sister is the name of that.
This episode here?
She had two sisters. She had Reese Witherspoon and Christina Applegate was the other one.
Oh, that's right.
Interesting.
Anyway.
He did outlive Marcel, if you think about it.
Okay.
So he wasn't the first.
He outlived the guy who worked the coffee bar, right? That guy.
Probably,
Oh,
yeah.
that's,
that's
right.
right.
Yeah,
the
he
coffee bar guy died as well.
Gunther?
Yeah,
Gunther.
Gunther. Thank you, Kim. Look, Kim's a walking Friends encyclopedia over here.
All right.
Now watching the show is going to be all sad.
Is
I
it?
know.
Hey,
Yeah.
Kim, what was the name of the guy that put down the black gaffer's tape so no one tripped over a wire? Season 4, episode 9.
Skip Mahaffey.
That I don't know.
Yes,
That I
skip
don't know.
Mahaffey. That's correct.
During COVID, I watched a lot of TV, like series from beginning to end, and Friends was one of those. So it's kind of fresh.
You know, I mean, it's funny.
Tough.
Now with all this streaming stuff, these 30-minute episodes are 22 minutes. You could bang 3 of them out in an
yeah.
hour. You know,
Right.
and
So, Kim, did you remember this episode where Chandler Bing said,
Well, what do you know? I guess I'll be the one who dies first.
No, I don't remember that episode specifically. But
Gotcha.
No.
All right, well,
Passing comment.
so no illicit drugs found, according to numerous reports, but prescription drugs found. Death has been listed as deferred, awaiting toxicology. You know, did he have a medical episode? Did he have a heart attack? Did he drown because of a medical episode? Was anything induced by drugs? Did he fall unconscious with a sleeping pill? I guess we're going to find out within, I would say, a couple of months, because usually the toxicology stuff, you know, takes a couple of months.
You didn't bring up the pickleball effect.
Oh,
That's true.
you know, hey, thanks for bringing that up.
Well, thank you.
So he was playing pickleball. Well, Froggy, you probably know more about it, but he was playing pickleball earlier in the day,
For
right?
2 hours. He's a pickleball fanatic. He has a pickleball shrine in his house. He's like loves pickleball, and I guess he played for 2 hours. Could that have induced heart issues? Who knows?
I think all these are fair questions. And listen, he had that memoir. Was it last year? He wrote that book.
the tell-all book. You wrote it last year, right?
You know, detailing all of his problems and his addictions, his issues. He just had his memoir that came out last year.
He said he spent close to $9 million getting sober throughout the years.
You know what this?
I saw that.
You know what this all really comes down to?
What?
Kids, pay attention. Don't play pickleball
I mean,
because it might kill you.
yeah. Stay away from hot tubs, kids.
Did you see also that he shared a photo 6 days earlier of him lounging in that very hot tub where
Yeah.
he died?
And he said, this feels so good swirling around in the water.
It's a big ass hot
Matt
tub.
Man or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I am
looking.
Batman.
I'm looking at the post right now. So 5-6 days prior to him dying, he shared a photo of him in this jacuzzi hot tub in his L.A. home in Pacific Palisades. And I would imagine he had a lot of money
Yeah.
because they made a fortune. Plus, aren't they part of the residuals
Yes.
Remember back during Friends? Remember they all banded together?
It was
And-
Phoebe who made that deal happen.
Right.
That's
She's
what
the
me,
one
Fester, and Roxanne are going to do.
And they all demanded $1 million an episode. Wasn't that the deal?
Yes.
So
It
they
was-
were
yes.
each. I don't remember what season it was, but there was that whole controversy. Will Friends come back? Is the show going to end? But they all they made a pact and they all bound themselves together, saying we all want $1 million an episode, and they got it. Plus, I think some of the a good chunk of the residual money. But I mean, that's just eerie. When you look at his last Instagram post, apparently he's in this hot tub, the one where he drowned, and he's talking about how good the hot water feels as he sits in it. So here's the actual caption. Oh, so warm water swirling around makes you feel good? ? I'm Matman. Is that like a play on I'm Batman?
Yes.
I'm Matman. That's kind of gives you a little bit of the chills. Adele, hello singer Adele, she stopped her show.
I think Kim
Did
just hung up
Kim
on
just
you.
hang up on
Kim
us?
stopped the call.
Hello, Kim. Kim, are you
I
okay?
think there was a connection issue. It sounded all funky.
Anyway, so Kim just hung up.
Adele. Did
So-
she sing a
Hello?
tribute song?
Yeah, Adele paused her show in Las Vegas to pay tribute to Matthew Perry on Saturday night. Yeah, she shared that she'd never met Matthew Perry in my life, but says that she'll remember his Friends character for the rest of my life. He's probably the best comedic actor of all time.
Okay,
come
let's not get
on.
crazy, Adele.
All right, Adele.
Adele, that might be a little too much, all right? Yeah, she was performing at the Coliseum at Caesar's Palace, where, the seats are $55,000 a piece, right? So, aren't the seats for Adele some ridiculous? Doesn't she make like $6 million a show?
That's what she wanted for that one private gig.
Oh, yeah, I told
That's what it was.
Yeah, folks, well, no. She makes millions per show. She does. Look it up.
Okay.
How much does Adele make for each show in Vegas? She makes millions a show.
I don't
for-
want to take away
for
from the depth of
2
Matthew
hours.
Perry talking about Adele's.
But she makes millions, dude.
Well, I told the story last week. Seriously, I think on Thursday.
Rest in peace, Matthew.
Well, no, I'm going back to Matthew.
well, he's not going
She
anywhere.
she makes $2 million a show, according to Andrew.
Whoa.
All right. So last Thursday, speaking of Adele, I told the story that I had just heard about a private corporate event where this company that I know of, and I heard this from the horse's mouth, this company, they do a corporate event every year, and they have a celebrity performer. They've had ZZ Top in the past. I think they have had Aerosmith. They wanted Adele. Adele wanted $6 million to do a 45-minute private show. And I told this story last week. Anyway, I think we're done with Adele. So Adele paused the show and called Matthew Perry the greatest comedic actor of all time, which, listen, rest in peace. I really I found him to be very likable, but I don't know if I would call Matthew Perry the best comedic actor of all time. Yes, Rox.
You ever heard of John Ritter?
We've got to get back to Matthew Perry
Yes.
and talk about his Instagram posts. Okay, I'm looking at them. I'm just realizing this right now. There are some very
Hold on. There's a
eerie posts.
creepier than the hot tub 5
Yes.
days earlier, 6 days
Let's go back. Fester, pull up IG and pull up his account. And I
Hurry,
just want you
Fester.
to
Chop,
look
chop.
at some of these posts. It's just very strange, his Matman theme. So he's posting all these things about no need to worry, everybody. I've got the streets tonight. And then posting Batman type of stuff. And then someone wrote, he also posted Cranberries, and the lead singer of the Cranberries died by drowning due to intoxication.
Oh, my God. Really?
Yes.
Hold
Maybe
on.
he just likes the song Zombie.
Zombie. Yeah.
Too soon, Froggy.
What?
Look at his posts.
Oh, I didn't even put that
Yeah,
together.
he's a zombie now.
Yeah.
I didn't even think.
Oh, man.
Jesus,
All right.
that's awful.
Come on, Froggy. What are
I
you
didn't even think of that.
soon.
That's
What are
just
you
what
thinking?
That's just a sick head.
Man, it's not even room temperature, and here you are talking about zombies.
All right. Fester, back it down, man.
Really, dude?
All right,
Yeah.
All right, scroll to the
Look at
very
this.
top.
Look at this. All right. I want you just to go
But
to.
look at the hot tub. The last one was the hot tub apparently where he drowned or.
Yep, there he is.
Oh, it's awful.
That's an enormous hot tub.
It is.
Okay.
So his net worth, according to Parade Magazine,
Yep.
$120 million. He made $90 million on the Friends run.
Oh, wow.
Good for him.
Subsequently, about $20 to $30 million in syndication.
Pretty nice view he has, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he could afford the $9 million that he claims that he spent to get sober
Sure.
over the years.
All right, click on that one, Fester. Go down right.
Click on which one?
Okay.
Click on the,
The
one
one
with
with the bat.
Yeah, so he has several Batman-themed Instagram posts.
I just want you to look at each of them and work your way to the hot tub post and read
Okay.
his caption.
It's going to take all day.
Well, no, it's just a
Batman
couple.
plays pickleball.
Yeah, just
all right.
very odd.
Then
Okay, this
there's
is all
the-
Batman has had to eat today.
cranberries. And anyway, listen.
And then this one, do you understand what I'm trying to tell you, Matt Man? They're just weird.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
and then
rest in peace, Matthew Perry.
He was a big Batman fan, and it was just creepy.
yeah.
Still
Matthew
got
Perry
Ross.
was 54. 54 years old as he passed away on Saturday night
I always thought it would have been Ross.
or late Saturday afternoon.
We were hoping it would have been Ross.
Terrible situation.
Rest in peace, Matthew
Hey.
Perry. Was anybody really surprised?
Yes.
I mean, after the initial shock of, oh, really? It's like, oh, well,
Well,
saw
listen,
that
It's
coming.
sadness
when you,
over
yeah, I'm
50.
listen. I felt
sad.
bad. I mean, it's just a shame. 54 years old. He seemed like a tortured soul. He
Yeah,
had
exactly.
he had these addiction issues. I feel really bad for the guy. All right, 7:50 at the MJ Morning Show. Hey, let's go local here for a second, and let's just talk about this Ebor City shooting incident. Now, Fester, you sent me a note that for years, dozens of times,
Yes.
you would go to Ebor the Saturday before Halloween.
Yes.
Can you elaborate, please?
All the way back from my days of going to Guavaween, which was, I thought, the best party the city of Tampa ever put on.
When did Guavaween end?
Feels like the maybe very early 2000s.
Yeah, remember Guavaween?
I think
Yeah.
the last one was like 2006 or something.
You know, so
Why did Guavaween end?
Was it COVID?
Because it was
No, no,
dangerous? No, COVID
That
was
was
2020.
2020.
Yeah,
Yes.
2020.
it was
Yeah, 2006. Yeah, 2006 was a little early for COVID.
It was a
No.
bat themed event, and they
then
knew that
turned
was going to be
into-
trouble.
Remember they had a big fence around Ebor City, had
Yeah.
tickets. It was big concerts. I remember, a bunch of radio stations got
When's the
involved.
last time you were in Ebor on the Saturday before Halloween? Because we had 2 people killed, another, 16, 18 that were injured. You had multiple
Yeah.
others that were shot.
The best night to go to Ebor City, gunfire aside, is the Saturday before Halloween because all the crazies come out.
Yeah.
And it is the best people watching
To watch crazies?
of the year. And I
What, the
would go to-
costumes and everything?
I
or-
would
Oh,
go
yeah.
to King Corona. I would get one of those little plastic seats right up front, and I would puff on a big old cigar and watch all the weirdos walk by, and it was fantastic. Every year, I went.
What's the last year you went?
2021?
All right, so 2 years
2
ago.
years ago. I didn't go last
you
year.
weren't there Saturday night.
And this Saturday night, I told my wife, I go, hey, I may go out to Ebor City. And I go by myself like a moron, or, I certainly want to take my wife. And
I saw the press conference clips with Tampa Police Chief Lee Burkall.
Yeah.
Big fan of the MJ Morning Show, Chief Burkall. He has an affection for us. Chief Burkall, TPD, has an affection for the MJ Morning Show because when he was a young rookie TPD officer years ago, he won $5,000 from I think it was the MJ and BJ show
that's
back
a
then.
big prize.
He won $5,000. I don't know if he was a call. I can't remember the contest, but he told me he won $5,000 from the show. That's why he loves the MJ Morning Show. Anyway, I saw the presser, and he discussed the early Sunday morning shooting. 22-year-old Tyrell Phillips in custody. 2 people died. Then 1 seriously injured. 15 others were shot. There's a fight in Ebor just before 3 a.m. So TPD responded just before 3. You had a bunch of Tampa cops. I thought I read that there were like 40 to 50 TPD officers down there.
And that sounds like a standard Saturday night
Yeah.
patrol, 50 officers.
So officers respond to the shooting. It was 1600 block of East 7th in Ebor. There was a fight. You got numerous clubs and bars there. it was being live streamed. Somebody was live streaming when the gunfire broke out, and you saw all the chaos, all the Halloween costumes, people running, people hitting the ground. And what is unbelievably sad, and a 14-year-old kid was killed. And I saw the father of the 14-year-old. One of the victims was identified by his father as 14-year-old Elijah Wilson. His father is Emmett Wilson, and it's just so sad. He told ABC Action News, "It's painful, man, to see your child laying there, and there's nothing I can do but to stand behind the yellow tape and just watch them take his body away. I can't go to see him. This is my last time seeing him. It's hard." And listen, this might be a tough thing to say, but I feel like I got to say it. What the hell's a 14-year-old doing on the streets of Ebor at 3 a.m. Sunday morning?
Yeah, that's kind of.
Let me.
That guy, if I'm not mistaken, also said that's a second child he's lost.
Yeah.
You're correct.
Yeah.
So he had another child that was killed. So this is his second kid that's been killed. Michelle, when she was a young prosecutor at the state attorney's office, Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office. I don't want to use names, but maybe some will figure it out. So Michelle's a young prosecutor. She, graduated Stetson, passed the bar the first time, wanted to become a prosecutor, gets hired by the Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office, and a bigwig down there, a well-known big individual said something to Michelle, and somehow it came up in conversation. And Michelle had brought this up numerous times over the years. And then with this Ebor shooting story, Michelle brought it up to me again yesterday that she was told that you just don't want to be in Ebor late on a Saturday night, that nothing good happens. Michelle was told specifically, and she remembers it. It resonates. You don't want to be on the streets of Ebor late on a Saturday night.
Nope.
No. We've all done it, but.
What a terrible, terrible story. But again, why was a 14-year-old on the streets of Ebor at 2:30, 2:45, 2:50 in the morning? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So,
a 20-year-old man was also killed in the shooting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The amount of people injured, MJ.
Yeah, how did that happen?
15, 16 people.
Yeah.
And a lot of those were bullet wounds.
Yeah, and the horror of people being dressed up in costumes is chilling to me because, sometimes
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, 100% right.
Brutal.
Moving along. Speaking of Halloween, I want to take a couple of calls here. We have not purchased our bags of Halloween candy. Is it too late? Is everything picked over?
No.
Can I go to the phones here quickly? Because we've got to go get Halloween candy today.
Dollar store, bro.
So Michelle and I have a workout this morning after the show. I've got a workout. And then we got to go pick up the dogs at the kennel because we were up in New York City over the weekend. And then once we drop the dogs off, we got to go to Walmart. Or where do you say? Go to dollar store or what?
No, you don't want to go to the dollar. That's a last resort
No, I think
place.
Walmart or Target. But folks, were you like at Target or Walmart yesterday? Is there still a big selection of the 296 pieces? But also I heard that prices are up, because sugar prices have gone up. And remember, we had numerous stories. Oh, Halloween candy is going to be more expensive. Let me get a little bird dog action here, folks. If you were at Target or Walmart or wherever, are the candy bags picked over? Because Michelle and I haven't purchased any yet. And on my street, all the neighbors are getting together and setting up tables in the street, so the kids can just walk by instead of ringing everyone's doorbells. So we're gonna have a little block party to hand out all the candy, and we haven't gotten ours yet. So hey, do me a favor, fire up the phones. If you were shopping yesterday, Walmart, Target, is there still ample candy supply, or is it all picked over? Because usually Michelle buys candy in early October. and just like puts it away in a closet, hides it so I can't like crack open the bag and start eating all the good stuff out of there. She'll find Twix wrappers and Milky Way wrappers all over the house. If she doesn't hide the candy. So 800. I want to go to phones here quickly and listen, we're Costco members as well, but I don't know if I need to drive all the way from South Tampa to Costco. But 800-990-1047. Just give me a little, little bird dogging on where there still is plenty of candy, the bags. 800-990-1047. That's how you get in. 800-990-1047. If you can just give me a hand and tell me a good spot to get the candy last minute. Let me grab Rob in Seminole. Rob, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Doing fine. What's the story?
This weekend I saw an advertisement. Walgreens has bags. They're a little over a pound. They're $5.99 a bag, but it's buy one, get one. And it's all the good stuff. The Snickers, the Reese's, the Twix, the Mounds. I mean, everything you can name. And you can order it through the website and pick it up through drive-thru, it says.
All right, so you're saying Walgreens, but how many pieces per bag?
It's over a pound.
Yeah, it breaks down to weight. Even the big bags of 240 pieces are only 4 or 5 pounds.
Yeah, but sometimes the bags that are like 296 pieces or whatever, those things will go for like $25, $29, right?
I'm gonna say it's not that big. It's the $5.99 is the regular price. So that's nothing. That's not on sale. So it's the $6 bag, which is a decent size. I don't know how many kids you get in your name.
But it's the BOGO. You said it's buy one, get one?
Yeah, it's a killer deal, man. You can't miss out on it. And like I said, you do it through the app. They'll reserve it for you. You can pick it up whenever you want to.
Dude, what do you work for Walgreens or something?
It also shows you who has it in stock too. Which Walgreens.
Oh my God, you are a total Walgreens mark. I mean, I love Walgreens, but
bro, I don't pay retail for anything.
I love you, Rob.
Hey, stop giving the guy a hard time, Fester.
The guy just knew everything about the Walgreens app.
Here's another deal, Fest. I don't know if you're in the arcades or not. Amazon has a Pong machine back from the day. 8 games on it. It's usually $5.39. On sale $4.99. With a $200 coupon, it's $2.99. I don't know if you're in a little arcade for your garage, but you can get one right there. It's a decent deal, too.
Look at that.
Send me the link. Send me the link,
We ought to
Rob.
have
That sounds good.
great deals with Rob. Call us again next week, Rob.
I love Pong.
You got it, brother.
All right, buddy. Thanks for listening.
We were kidding.
All right, so Walgreens. All right, we'll check it out. Jessica's in Apollo Beach. Jessica, MJ and Michelle, last-minute Halloween candy buyers. Help us out. Hang on. Jessica says she hasn't bought yet either.
No, I haven't bought anything yet. I'm terrible.
What the hell are you waiting for, Jessica?
Well, I was going to say I was going to wait for the full moon, but that was the other night. So I haven't bought anything.
Halloween's tomorrow.
I'm procrastinating the Halloween.
Yeah, so Michelle and I, we got to go Halloween candy shopping later today.
I may see you and Michelle out and about.
Well, not in Apollo Beach, but...
I'll probably be looking for Kit Kat somewhere, hoping to give me a break.
What?
Hey, no, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Jessica,
that's funny.
Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me a... Isn't that the jingle for that?
That's the jingle.
Yeah.
I mean, not too many places to go with candy humor.
Thanks, Jessica. Have a good one. Pam is in Tampa. Hello, Pam, on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Pam.
Hi, good morning.
Morning, Pam. You going to help us find candy? What's the story?
At Publix, they have bags of chocolates for buy one, get one. They have like Hershey's and Kit Kats and.
So it's the multi-brand bag?
No, it's actually the ones that just sell just the bags of just one type of chocolate. But I also was at.
Oh, so it's a whole bag of like M&Ms or Kit Kats and those. You're saying there's a good deal at Publix on those?
Yes, or buy one, get one.
Well, okay, all right, that's pretty good.
That's a pretty good deal, yeah,
What
sure.
else are we going to say, Pam?
What I usually do is I'll buy like the big bag of that Child's Play candy that has a mixture of like Tootsie Rolls and lollipops and things like that. And then I'll buy the chocolates and then I'll mix it in.
Gotcha. Oh, you know what? I got to bring this up. There's a dude on my street that for as far back as I can remember when we moved into our house where we live now back in 2005, there's this one dude that hands out full-size candy bars and makes us all look like jackasses. So full-size Hershey bars, full-size Snickers bars, full-size Kit Kats, full-size everything. And, here we're giving all the other houses giving out little fun sizes, little thing. And there's one dude down the street makes us all look bad.
I got a story about that neighbor.
You know that neighbor? Oh, that's right, because you trick-or-treated in my neighborhood with your kids, how many years ago?
On 2020, when you did the MJ candy shoot.
Oh, that's right, because
COVID candy shoot.
At my house, I did the COVID candy shoot where I don't want to be around these little germ-carrying boogers. So I went to Home Depot, and I got this, 12-foot piece of big PVC pipe, and I ran it through my fence.
Where's that picture? Put that back up on your Instagram. That was a cool setup you had.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
You were on the news.
I was. Oh, Channel 8 came out to show my COVID candy pipe. And the kids would come to my driveway, and I would slide the candy down the pipe into their bag or their little plastic, Halloween pumpkin head bucket. And the candy would go. And actually, the kids loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the neighbor across the street with the setup had the table. It was down the road a little bit, but all these bars must have had 20 bars, and the wife was there.
It's my neighbor. He's giving out full-size candy bars.
And the wife says to my son Hudson, "Take anyone you like." And Hudson looks at them all and sneezes and covers the table.
Oh my God! Really?
And the woman just gave him a blank stare, and she's like, "Take them all." And she pushed 15 bars in Hudson's back because he sneezed on the whole table. She couldn't give him out to any other kid on COVID Halloween.
All right, I'm posting the video right now. Hang on a minute. I'm going to put it back up on my Instagram. All right, I'm doing it as we speak. All right, hold on a sec. Next, share. All right, let me put the phone by the window because our cell service is so crappy in here.
You literally have to put the phone by the window.
I don't want to be on the Beasley Wi-Fi because I don't want them to spy on me.
Right?
But no, I'm kidding. I'm joking. All right, so I'm posting the MJ Candy shoot video on my Instagram right now. It looks like it is still finished. It says finishing up now. So you're going to see a little girl, maybe, 4 years old. It's posted. It's there. All right, so it's on my Instagram right now, the COVID candy shoot at my house and I even wrapped the white PVC pipe with orange duct tape.
You had webs. You had spiders coming out of it.
Snakes and spiders. All right, so look at this. This girl's having a great time. This girl couldn't be more thrilled. And I'm 12 feet away from these little germ-carrying boogers. All right, so the video is up on my Instagram right now, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. What do you want to do? Bring up the audio?
No, I want to go back to the callers who are holding.
Oh, no, I'm going back to phones in a second. So, folks, if you don't follow me on Instagram, give me a follow right now. And you can also see all the crazy food we had up in New York City over the weekend. I'll get back into that in just a bit. But the cute little girl with my COVID candy pipe from 2020 is on my Instagram right now. I just posted it. It's at Certified MJ Radio, my private Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. All right, back to phones. Rox, did you have something?
I was just going to say, what the ruse is on candy is if you check the expiration date, if you don't give it out, all of it out, and you check the expiration date on the candy you have left from last year, it goes bad in 11 and a half months.
Who the hell keeps candy from the year before?
You shove it somewhere to hide it from your kids.
Stephanie's in Seminole. Stephanie, MJ Morning Show, you're up. Hi.
Hi, how you doing today?
Doing well. What's up, Steph?
I was in Walmart at 5 o'clock last night at Bay Pines in Seminole, and they had tons of candy. I mean, I don't even think they're going to run out.
Would you classify it as a crap load?
I would, yes, crap loads, exactly what I said.
Okay, all right, very good.
On your little bar here under comment, it says Walmart has crap load of candy. And then you get on the air with us and you clean it up, Steph.
Yeah. In the comment section, it says, Stephanie says Walmart has a crap load of candy. Stephanie, thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Oh, here's another Walmart call. Brittany in Parrish. Brittany, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi. Yes, I went to a Walmart in Parrish yesterday. I spent over $105. I'm looking at the receipt right now. And the big bags of candy, the 220 plus, start at $22 a bag.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. They're expensive.
Yes. And we give out the big candy bars to the teenagers that trick or treat. And for the big packs of the candy bars, those are $18.
Oh, wow.
18 bar
bars.
Yeah, that gets expensive. Thank you. So you're in Parrish. Are you near Adam Johnson's house?
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Oh, he's the guy that stole Nancy Pelosi's lectern at the Capitol.
Oh, you know who he is.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, if you trick or treat at that dude's house, do you take something? Do you take a door, take a window?
I walk out with a dining room table
take
chair.
Take the screen. Just take some lawn furniture. Just walk away with it. Thank you. Yes, Brittany.
You mentioned Adam Johnson, so we have to talk about a different Adam Johnson at some point later.
Oh,
who's that?
You don't know about this?
What?
Oh, this poor guy passed away this weekend, or I don't know what day exactly it was, but the hockey player.
Okay, I saw the headline.
Yeah, but
I saw the headline, but I didn't get into the story.
That's a foreign league. Yeah.
Okay, but he used to play here, and people are asking.
He's an
Okay,
NHL
all right.
player,
Okay.
so there's a tie. I understand.
All right, Michelle in Lakeland. Michelle, you're on the two more calls. I got to move on here. Michelle, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Morning, you guys. How you guys doing?
We're doing well. So, what's your tip on Halloween candy? Because we haven't bought anything yet.
I used to do that a long time ago. Hey, Dollar General Market in Marlboro, which is separate in Florida, not too far from supermarket Walmart.
Yep.
They still have candy.
All right. Well, apparently a lot of places have candy. I'm just trying to get some good deals because the multi-bags, you heard even at Walmart, the bags are $23 or so for the, like the 220, 240 count. Michelle, thank you. All right, one last one. Sammy and Brandon. Sammy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning, MJ. How you doing?
We're doing well. What's the story?
Well, my wife is a manager on Save-A-Lot, and she says she still has a bag loads of candies.
They have plenty of candy at Save-A-Lot.
Yes, sir.
All right. Do they have the good stuff? The multi.
Oh, yeah. She actually bought me a bag yesterday, and I'm keeping it for myself.
Good for you. Good for you, Sammy.
Sammy started Halloween already. Thank you, Sammy.
Yeah.
Have a good one. All right. So, what else do I have? I have a little bit of a Halloween pile here that we can kind of clean up. I saw a story that most women plan to wear sexy Halloween costumes this year. For the most part. For the adults, that stuff sailed on Saturday night because most and we were up in New York City. We were up in Manhattan, and we did quite a lot of walking on Saturday. We walked. We had dinner Saturday night. Where did we go to dinner? So Saturday night we went to Ichiran. We went to the ramen place in Manhattan, which we love. It's a Japanese import. And it's an awesome ramen place, and they've got the booth novelty. I'll explain in a second. But we went there. Then we went to get some ice cream at a place we love called Sundays and Cones over on East 10th Street. And just doing a lot of walking in the city on Saturday night, the amount of people that we saw in costume, when you've got that kind of density, and they're all adults, because Saturday night, that's a big party night at the clubs, the bars, people going to private parties at apartments. And when you got millions of people jammed into a city like Manhattan, you're just seeing a lot of folks. And almost every woman we saw, and mostly, we're talking about probably 19, 20, up to like mid-30s, like almost every single woman was dressed in like some sexy type outfit. And when I saw this, most women plan to wear a sexy Halloween costume this year. I'm like, well, guess what? I printed this out last night, and I'm like, hey, guess what? This came to fruition because we saw this on Saturday night, at least in New York, just tons of 20 and 30-somethings. All the women were dressed in some kind of sexy outfit.
Yeah, and nobody goes hideous witch with like a wart on your nose, and you go sexy witch in a tea bag, and whatever.
In a tea bag. I love my witch in a thong.
No, but here, guess what? I just found the story I was looking for. For the second Halloween in a row, U.S. candy inflation hits double digits. For the second year in a row, U.S. shoppers are seeing double-digit inflation in the candy aisles. Candy gum prices are up an average of 13% this month compared to last October. So that's what I'm talking about. Candy prices are way up. Sugar prices are up. And just general inflation is what's going on. So moving along here on the the food thing. So, again, go to my Instagram to see my COVID candy shoot from 2020, and it's a cute little video. What is it, like 10-second video? This little girl, she might be, 4 years old, with her little Halloween pumpkin head candy bucket, and she puts the bucket right at the end of my little candid COVID pipe, and I'm just sliding the candy down. And I'm like 12 feet away from these kids, and I put it through my gate, and I just have the candy shooting down. The kids loved it. I mean, this was more fun for them than like just handing the kid the candy at the door.
Yeah, right.
You know? So the video is up. If you want to see this cute little thing, it's on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. It's the last thing I posted. And then speaking of my Instagram posts, we had quite a great weekend up in New York. We went up to see Julian. It was NYU Parents and Alumni Weekend. And if you want to see some killer pizza, we went to Una Pizza Napolitana again. We got another tough res there on Friday night, and it was absolutely phenomenal. Le Industrie Pizza from Brooklyn in Williamsburg, they just opened up their West Village store, and it is fantastic. So I've got a couple of great pizzas. Julian and I went for an unbelievable Michelin-starred omakase on Thursday night, and you can see just some of the amazing stuff that we ate. Again, all this is on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. There's a 10-picture slideshow. But I guess the biggest novelty of all is the ramen place called Ichiran. It's a Japanese chain. They've got hundreds of locations in Japan. And you go in, and each individual sits in a cubby, and they're numbered. And the restaurant has two sides. There are 23 cubby booths on one side, 23 on the other side. And you sit individually in your own little cubby, and they hand you your ramen through this bamboo shade that they lift up. And I've got all these pictures. It's just a really cool place. The ramen is phenomenal, and it's a cool place. And it's just like, and we've eaten at this place in Japan in several locations, and it's just like being in Japan. It's fantastic. So that image, just that, is worth seeing. This interesting novelty. But, it's not like a fly-by-night. They've been around for, I think 60 years is when they first started in Japan, 60 years ago. So all this stuff on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio. So while you're there, give me a follow at Certified MJ Radio, because you never know what the hell is going to pop up. We have, speaking of Halloween, one last thing on Halloween. And Michelle saw this. Now, I'm a SAG-AFTRA member from working in New York radio several times. I had to join the union. So I was an AFTRA member, then AFTRA and SAG joined together. So I'm a card-carrying SAG-AFTRA member. Michelle, she found this post from SAG-AFTRA discouraging people from wearing costumes that would represent...
Yeah, I saw this.
Are you serious? They don't want people to wear costumes for struck characters. So, for instance,
Barbie is going to be a huge...
Oh, nope. The Barbie movie, nope, they don't want you to wear a Barbie costume because that technically is struck. Because, the writers, the WGA, they settled the writer's strike, but the actors union, SAG-AFTRA, is still on strike. They're in negotiations now, but they're still on strike. So Michelle sends me this flyer, the SAG-AFTRA on strike Halloween 2023 guidelines. Make Halloween a scream with these SAG-AFTRA strike-friendly tips and tricks. They don't want you to wear any costume that is like a struck character or individual.
So no Mario Brothers, like biggest movie of the year?
If you're looking for guidance on how to celebrate Halloween this year while also staying in solidarity with the TV theatrical streaming strike, you've come to the right place. This Halloween, don't post photos of costumes inspired by struck content to social media. Choose costumes inspired by generalized characters and figures, ghosts, zombies, spiders, etc. Dress up as characters from non-struck content like an animated TV show. They've got a whole flyer on what they think is acceptable for your holiday. Listen, I'm a SAG-AFTRA member, but don't tell me what freaking costume to wear.
So any of like the Marvel superhero characters or Superman or something, it's all.
Oh, yeah, that's affected by the strike. So no, you shouldn't wear that costume. Give me a break. That is absolutely ridiculous. That's, I got a couple of diaper stories. You ready for diaper 1, diaper 2?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, diaper story number 1.
Which is funny because that's what you put in diapers. Number 1 and number 2.
Oh.
Thank you, Fester.
Yeah.
Well, these are adult diaper stories. by the way.
Oh, okay.
Still, number 1, number 2.
Yeah. Well, I guess, hold on. I have diaper 1. I think I might have lost diaper 2.
That's the one to lose.
All right, so here's...
That's the one you don't want.
All right, here's at least diaper story number 1. Out of North Carolina, this dude is facing indecent exposure charges after allegedly exposing himself to several children as they were getting off a school bus. Deputies say they obtained video footage from neighbors that shows Terry Lynn Home, or is it Horn? It might be Horn, H-O-R-N-E. It looks like H-O-M-E, but it looks like H-O-R-N-E. 52-year-old guy removing the diaper that he was wearing and fully exposes himself to several children who were getting off a school bus. How is that just indecent exposure charges? How's that not like lewd and lascivious? How is that not like amped up because you exposed yourself to kids?
Yeah. It's...
My God, I would think it would be acceptable for the bus driver to run this guy over with the yellow, the wheels on the bus go round and round over your face and over your junk. You son of a. How about that?
He's a pedophile.
Well, yeah, this guy ought to be hit with pedophilia charges. He was taken into custody, charged with felony indecent exposure. So he has been hit with, it seems like, serious charges. But, initially the reports were that he was charged with indecent exposure. So I guess that felony counts. So placed in a detention center. But what kind of sicko, what kind of whack job, 52-year-old guy exposes himself to kids?
Yeah, I do like that song. The wheels on the bus go round and round over your junk on your face.
Yeah, there you go. So the guy was wearing an adult diaper and it dropped his pants, takes off his adult diaper in front of. What are you saying? You're actually making noise.
She's trying to come up with other lyrics. She's like giving herself the finger in the head. She's trying to come up with verse 2.
Oh God.
Roxanne, a guest singer for Coco Melon over here.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my diaper. I had a diaper 2 story, and I can't find it now. Hang on, man. Maybe it's over here. I had another great story. I can't find the damn thing.
Number 2 diaper story is the best one.
So this guy who exposed himself, 52 years old, that's on the younger side to be wearing adult diapers.
Well, he must have some sort of...
Oh, I found it.
Oh,
yeah. No, I'm glad I found the other story here because this was directed toward Froggy. All right,
great.
So adult diaper story number 2, and why would this have something potentially to do with Froggy?
Oh God, I can only imagine.
Yes, Roxanne.
Video games.
No. However, that is a pretty good guess because we have heard in the past that some of these rabid, insane gamers don't get out of their chairs for like 8 and 10 and 12 hours. And there have been gamers that have been known to have buckets next to their seat to go to the bathroom in or utilize adult diapers. What was the deal with, there was some concert recently.
So Taylor Swift concert goers, it's a 3.5 hour, 4 hour concert.
That's right.
You pay all that money for a ticket. You don't want to have to take a potty break.
Right. There were stories about people going to stupid Taylor Swift shows and they didn't want to go to the bathroom and miss anything, these crazy Swifties, and they would wear adult diapers and they would just go to the bathroom in their pants so they didn't have to leave their seats.
Brilliant.
For Taylor Swift.
Brilliant.
I got rashes when I was a gamer and wore diapers, so I went straight painter's bucket.
Did you really used to wear a diaper?
Of course, yeah.
Invest
for a long session. What are you going to do?
Invest in some baby powder, dude.
It's unbelievable.
It's bad for your boys.
Of course, folks, we've got 100 and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Actually, more than that. Actually, not 120 minutes. Hour and 20 minutes. What am I saying? Yeah. So an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ is in effect right now. So every single morning, beginning around 7:23 to 7:25, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. No interruptions, no commercials, no music. It's just nonstop content, and we're in the middle of that sucker right now. And again, I want to thank everyone. I asked people some months ago to tell 3 people a day to listen to the MJ Morning Show. If you know people that don't listen to us, if you know people that listen to a different morning show, or strike up a conversation, if you hear something that you like on this show, and I think you will every single day, hopefully it's multiple things, tell people. You have a coworker, hey, you ever listen to the MJ Morning Show on Q105? Make sure you tell them 104.7 FM. But tell 3 people a day to check out the MJ Morning Show, and we would highly appreciate that as we try to, grow the audience to even greater numbers than we have historically had. I'm not going to stop until everyone's listening to the show. So thank you for doing your part. All right, diaper story number 2, and this is aimed at Froggy. TSA at LaGuardia Airport, where I was just through it yesterday. Michelle and I were just through TSA at LaGuardia about 1:30 yesterday afternoon, Terminal C. The TSA says that they discovered a stash of marijuana in a woman's adult diaper at the airport checkpoint. So she thought she could shove marijuana down her pants in like a undergarment and a dependent, and they weren't going to find it?
Why is this aimed towards me, you boomer?
I'm
so tired of you aiming these stories towards me. I'm tired of it.
Well, because you're the...
I don't wear diapers.
I never said you wear diapers, but...
Any story that has to do with medication is associated to me now?
You're the marijuana smoker.
You're a hump.
Listen.
First of all, I'm not a boomer. I'm a Gen X just like you.
No.
Yes.
You are not. I'm Alec Baldwin that one.
I am you're Gen
No. You are not in my crew.
We are both Gen X.
No, you are Gen... What is it?
I'm Gen X.
No, not Gen Z.
Gen Z is like 20 years old. Come on.
No, you're a boom Z.
No, I am not. We are
You
both...
guys are both on extreme ends of the generation, but yes.
We are on the same generational platform. We're both Gen Xers. And Froggy, you are the marijuana consumer.
I want to get you kicked out of the Gen X club.
Froggy, you are a medical marijuana consumer. I'm just trying to give you a tip. Don't try to smuggle marijuana through a TSA checkpoint in an adult diaper, because this lady just got busted. According to TSA spokeswoman Lisa Farbstein, they posted on Twitter, well, now X, that a checkpoint scanner alerted agents to the woman's groin area, resulting in a pat-down. So you know what happened? If she would have had TSA pre-check, she would have walked through the regular magnetometer.
Right.
And she wouldn't have been detected.
Oh.
However, she obviously does not have TSA pre-check, so she went through the body scanner, and guess what? The body scanner shows anomalies, and if you've got something hidden on your body, and clearly it showed an area of suspicion in her crotch where she had her marijuana stash jammed in down in her junk area with her adult diaper.
Great. Now I'll give you advice for everybody who wants to take drugs on a plane to go through a pre-check.
Can I win it all with you today?
What are you doing?
What's going on? Yes.
I have something very important to say. Apparently, when she took the marijuana out of the diaper, she thought she was going to smoke a doobie, but she smoked a duty.
Do.
All right, we're done, folks. Okay. We'll see.
Whatever.
Thank you,
Roxanne. Funny.
That was funny. I was just kidding.
It was hysterical. It was so funny.
All right, folks, we're gonna.
Show's over.
I went to a really good comedy show last night. Dave Chappelle. I got all these good joke vibes.
I'm sure he told adult diaper duty jokes. All right, folks, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great day, folks. Folks, have a great one. We'll see you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show at Q105, and let's be careful out there.
It's just part of my dream.
All right, yeah. Okay, we're still here.
Damn, I thought we were leaving.
Yeah, you want to end on a high note.
MJ, so the
Yeah,
first thing
yeah.
Roxanne says to me this morning is, I saw Dave Chappelle last night. I'm like, that's great. She goes, I got like 3 hours sleep. And
Well,
I'm like,
telling jokes like that, I can tell.
Doobie to duty.
That was good. I liked it.
Fantastic.
All right, so you went to Dave Chappelle. I didn't even know he was going to be in town.
He was.
A Sunday night? What a lousy night to go to a Sunday night.
It was a little tough. It was a little, but the
Who
show
the
was
hell
great.
does it? Why would he do a comedy show on a Sunday night?
Because he's Dave Chappelle.
And you
Pack
said
the house.
You said Emily was packed?
Crazy packed. Same like vibe in a big playoff game. I mean, it was exciting.
I have laughed at things that I've seen Dave Chappelle do. Listen, I watched one of his Netflix specials. I did watch it, and the guy's a talented, funny guy. But I wouldn't consider myself like a rabid fan. Like, I don't think I would spend money and go to a Dave Chappelle show. I don't, my jury's still kind of out on him. I mean, I have laughed at some of his stuff, but
he's been around for a while to still have a jury out on him.
I know. So my jury's still out on Dave Chappelle.
He's very, very edgy. I thought he was hilarious. It was a great performance.
Was he smoking the whole time?
The entire time he had a cigarette. The entire time.
Cigarette.
Yeah.
He's going to get lung cancer. Is what
Oh,
he's
will
gonna,
you stop?
He better stop smoking.
You know what's crazy though? As I'm watching the show, I'm thinking to myself, it's so pushing the envelope. It's so edgy and offensive, and I'm actually thinking to myself, like, 10 years from now, could this not be allowed? Do
What?
you think that's possible?
What?
Someone to be that raunchy or not raunchy, but just pushing the envelope in comedy. Do you ever think that?
Was it funny? Did you have a genuinely good time?
Oh yeah, yeah. It was a good time.
So tomorrow he's in Atlanta, then he's back to Florida in November. Yeah, he's all over the country, man. This is a big tour. All big arenas too.
Yeah, so how many people does Emily, like 18,000 or something?
I think a little more than that.
18.
Because you got to remember, this is was he in the center?
Yes.
So if he's in the center, the entire
there were
rink.
no blocked out
Right.
seats, so it was the whole damn place, right?
Yeah.
You're telling me that every single seat was filled, even up in the upper back of the house, upper 300s?
Yes, the upper 300s, and every single one of those seats was filled, and every one of those people did not have their phone. They had their phone in those pouches.
All right, so hold on a minute. So, folks, Roxanne brought this up in the first segment of the show this morning at 6 o'clock. We talked about this briefly. So a couple of things I learned. Roxanne told me that there was a heckler up in the top 300 seats that Dave Chappelle had ejected.
Yeah, he did. She was yelling stuff at him, indiscernible, but he was trying to hear what she was saying. And then finally they dragged her out of there, and she was getting so rude that he was rude back to her, and it was embarrassing. I mean, it was, he just went out.
How long did it go on for before she was ejected?
Maybe 2 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you don't think it was a plant?
No, definitely not a plant.
All
Not
right.
the way the security and everybody came after
But then
her.
the cell phone deal, this is insane. If you missed this early this morning, and folks, I encourage you to figure out how to listen to the entire show. For instance, if you're listening now and you're about to get to work, figure out a way to keep listening at work. Get a little radio, listen on the app. You can listen to us on your phone. You know, the iHeart app, the TuneIn app, the Odyssey app. You can go to, mjmorningshow.com, and in the upper right-hand corner, there's a red button that says Listen Live. You click on that on your desktop computer and listen to us live. So figure out a way. We do so much great stuff in the 9 o'clock hour. Next hour, we're going to be loaded. Don't miss a moment of this show. So what Roxanne told us earlier this morning at 6 is they made every single person put their cell phone in a pouch. So you're telling me they had 20,000 pouches?
Pretty much. I knew in advance that they were going to do that, so I just didn't even bring my cell phone.
All right, so
I left it in the car.
Well, hang on. So do they make you walk through a metal detector? Do they
Yes.
they're going to find your phone? So if you try to jam it in your adult diaper,
Exactly.
they'll find it.
Exactly.
They will
you
find
try
out.
to jam it down your crotch.
I mean, and you have to go through security just to get into a hockey game. It's, where you can have your device.
But what a pain! And then I'm not going to a show where they're going to make me put my cell phone in a pouch just in case there's an emergency. I need my phone. Let's say you've got kids at home with a babysitter.
Well, all comedians do that now, so
Well,
you're not going to see any
Well,
comedians.
guess I'm
ever.
not going to. I'll have to watch specials on Netflix or something. But here's the deal: the logistics, 21,000 people or whatever the total ticket count was, had to put cell phones in these bags.
Right.
And then Roxanne was telling me, so the bag gets locked up.
Yes.
And then you can't open I would bring a razor blade in my shoe. They're not going to find that. And just cut the damn bag open and just dump the thing,
Well, right? Because if you think about
I'm going to smuggle a weapon into the arena just so I can get my phone back.
So I went with 3 guys. And so one of them had the tickets on his phone.
Was one of them your husband?
Yeah,
All right,
of course.
Just checking.
So he had the tickets on his phone. So you have to bring the phones in there, and then think about the people who want to Uber. So you have to Uber when you get out of there, and you can't even do an advance. You can't book it or anything because your phone is locked up. It wasn't until we were almost to the perimeter of the property of Amalie Arena that
you were telling me that people were trying to find the unlocker guy. You said they had only 3 unlockers for 20,000 people?
Yes, exactly. It's crazy. Well,
They had
at
to
least
have had more
the
than
direction.
that.
Well, the direction that we were coming out, I'm sure they're different. But yeah, that's,
All right, so wait a
they
minute.
said there were 3 guys. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
But you were with 3 guys.
Yes.
Did Doug have his phone?
He had his phone.
So he had to put his phone in the
Yes,
pouch.
he had the pouch.
All right, and how long after the show was over, didn't you tell us earlier, like 15 or 20 minutes?
It felt like that. I mean,
you
want to
get the hell out of. You want to get the hell out of there, and you got to find some guy to unlock the pouch to get your damn phone out.
Just to walk through the crowd to get to the pouch guy.
Tell you what.
Release.
Let's go to phones here. All right, how long did you wait for the pouch guy? Did you go to Dave Chappelle last night and you had to put your phone in the cell phone pouch so you couldn't? Like what? He doesn't want people videoing him.
No recordings of
no
him.
recordings.
All right, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If you went to Dave Chappelle last night and you had to put your cell phone in the pouch, how long did you have to wait? And did you have to find the pouch unlocker guy like a scavenger hunt? Like what Roxanne is describing.
You did.
800-990-1047. Fire up the phones here quickly. I just want to grab a couple of calls if we get some. 800-990-1047. Yes, Rox.
So the crazy thing is when we got into Amalie Arena and you didn't have your phone, it felt so weird. Like you're looking at things that you've never seen. You're making eye contact with people. You're not fiddling with your phone. You don't know what to do with your hands because you're not holding your phone.
All right.
No, it was hysterical.
Show some respect.
I felt totally liberated because I didn't have my phone in my hand.
It's true.
Put your phone in your pocket.
That
just speaks to your own digital addiction.
I'm looking around. Everybody's doing the same thing. It's like everybody's on tripping on some kind of, psychedelic thing, looking at each other in the eye and being all
Amalie Arena
connected.
has 21,500 seats for a center stage event.
Wow.
So there's a lot of people.
Every line just lit up. Every single line. Let me start with Giuseppe in Spring Hill. Hey, Giuseppe, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
Hey, good morning, guys. How's it going?
Going well. So I imagine you went to Chappelle last night at Amalie, right?
I did, actually. And Roxanne mentioned that there was an incident or a heckler.
Yeah.
Actually, I was in that section, and
no way.
It turns out that people were fighting up there. They weren't heckling Dave. People got into an argument. I think there was like a spilled drink or something, and then people started fighting up there.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the commotion.
Yes, I see.
Yeah, that was the commotion that caused Dave to kind of go off on a tangent and kind of start. He thought he was being heckled, but in reality, people were fighting.
Oh, I got you. All right. Now, did regular ushers or did TPD or Sheriff's Office intervene?
TPD had to intervene. People were taken out in handcuffs, I believe.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy. Yeah, it was a big incident that happened up there. It wasn't just a...
All right. So, look at that. A caller sets us straight on what actually happened.
Hey, Giuseppe, he got nasty with
I was in the second row of that level, and it happened it was at the very top of the section.
Gotcha. And then what about the cell phone signal trapping bag?
So I thought that was stupid, but also my wife and we actually left the show a little early because I had a feeling that was going to be a big issue.
Oh, so you thought that everyone trying to get their cell phones out of the pouch was going to be a cluster frig, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You had to get completely outside of the arena for them to let you open the bag.
Right.
Oh my! So so you left early, so you didn't have any issue.
We did about an hour. We stayed for about an hour of Dave's set, and I kind of figured seeing the specials and things like that.
So you were up in the 300 seats then, right?
Yes, sir.
And how much were those tickets?
301. I believe I paid about I want to say about 95 a piece.
Gotcha.
I got them on Ticketmaster through with the service charges. And
Gotcha.
everything.
Giuseppe, thanks for listening and thanks for the call, buddy.
Hey, not a problem. Thank you.
You bet. Brad is in Tampa. Oh, Brad works for Emily, it says. Hey, Brad, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning.
Morning, Brad.
Yeah, there was a fight up in the 300 section. It was no hecklers up there.
But Dave thought it was hecklers.
He didn't know.
Correct.
Gotcha. And what about the phone pouch thing? You know about that?
Yeah, there was 3 emergency open up spots inside the arena. If you had an emergency that needed the phone pouch opened, there was 3 of those inside. But once you came out, I think they had like 150 volunteers that were there to open up pouches.
Roxanne, you said there were 3.
Listen, I saw
150 or 3.
Okay.
There was 3 emergency places inside.
Okay.
They said there are 3.
Maybe that. Okay.
And I didn't see more than 3. So
all right, I'm going to take 10,000. You take 10,000. I'll take 10,000 people. One at a time. Open them. Yeah, it makes sense.
People are still there at Emily getting their phones taken out of pouches.
It makes sense that Emily Arena would
8:40 in the morning.
It makes sense that they would be properly staffed to get the people through relatively quick.
Yeah. Thanks, Brad. Have a great day.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Hang on. Angela was there. Angela's from Dunedin. Hello, Angela. Oh, you know what? Dunedin's favorite daughter is Roxanne. Aren't you from Dunedin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And guess what? My sister's name is Angela.
Oh, look at that. Angela, go ahead. MJ Morning Show, you're up.
Hi.
Yes, Angela, you're on.
Yeah. So I took my son last minute because they opened up some seats, and I think it was the best show we ever been to.
It's good, right?
And there was a lot of drama going.
Don't tell me your son was like 7.
My son is 27.
Okay, all right, good.
Okay.
And he been to another shows like this one, and I think it was pretty cool how they handle the cell phones. It's understandable.
Once you were leaving, how long did it take for you to get your cell phone unlocked from the bag?
My husband is pretty tall, so he found the person that was opening the pouches.
And that was kind of the issue.
We had no issues.
Good. But you couldn't see them.
Honestly.
All right, thank you, Angela.
Her
Appreciate
husband's
it.
tall.
All right,
Exactly.
You can see him.
Last call on this, and we got to move on. Christian's in Tampa. Hey, Christian.
Good morning, MJ. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing well. Go ahead.
So I actually used to work for Emily Arena on the overnight conversion team, like setting up, breaking down concerts, hockey. And we actually had a lot of people actually try to break into those with, like, some of the plastic forks and other utensils you get with your food. And,
Right.
like, using their keys to try to break into those. So you'd see a lot of those damaged and just laying all over the floor afterwards.
So people were able to get into the bags mid-show?
No, not. It was a pretty tough plastic to get into it.
All right, well, Christian, thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You have a great day. All right, well, there you have it. Oh, guess what? Breaking news, folks. Over the weekend, I actually got a heads up. Yeah, I got a heads up that the presser was coming out on this thing, and I got a copy over the weekend. The whole liquor heist. Did you see there's been an arrest?
Yes.
Remember, we talked about this story a couple of weeks ago. This was crazy. $1.6 million in liquor ripped off from Republic National Distributing Company, RNDC, one of the biggest wine and liquor distributors in the entire country. And at the huge Gibsonton warehouse and distribution facility on a weekend overnight, $1.6 million in liquor was ripped off. 4,277 cases. I mean, that is, do you know how many pallets that is? 4,277 cases ripped off Back on July 8th, early morning hours, between 4:10 a.m. and 9:45 a.m., thieves removed 4,227 cases. And poof, gone. But this was not reported locally at all. No one had this. No. Channel 8, Channel 10, Channel 28, Channel 13, St. Pete Times. No one had this, Tampa Bay Times now. Nobody had this story. CNN got a hold of the story. And CNN had the story back like on October 10th or 11th, a couple of weeks ago. So how did CNN get the story? It's my understanding that CNN has, folks that comb through court records and documents. And I guess there was a wiretap authorization, I think, for maybe a cell phone that was ordered and issued by a judge. And somebody at CNN doing research said, this is interesting. There's a wiretap authorization down in Tampa. What's going on here? That's why CNN had the story first about 2.5 weeks ago. And no one locally had the story. But I was marveling at this. How do we have a $1.6 million liquor heist, 4,277 cases ripped off right here in the Tampa Bay area over at the warehouse in Gibsonton, and we got no local coverage on this? Anyway, CNN broke the story because they somehow found the wiretap or some of the court orders behind the scenes on this. Well, guess what? I had called, my contacts at the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office because they were doing the investigation. And, they gave me whatever information they could a couple of weeks ago. And they said, hey, we will alert you the minute something's coming down. And I got a tip-off over the weekend that the press release was coming. And there has been an arrest. So directly from the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, arrest in massive liquor theft, arrested Miguel Angel Ortiz Rivas, age 33, and they're still looking for another woman. Deputies have arrested one individual for stealing more than $1 million of liquor and are actively searching for a second suspect. Between July 7, 2023 and July 10, 2023, a group of suspects entered a liquor distribution center in Gibsonton, Florida. During that period, the suspects removed approximately $1.6 million of liquor from the warehouse, utilizing at least 2 semi-trailers. Through investigative means, detectives learned the criminals moved the liquor to South Florida after the theft. Shortly after, investigators seized a Kenworth semi-cab, 2 Wabash trailers, and a Kia Stinger used to commit the crime. Working with Florida Highway Patrol and other local law enforcement agencies, Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office detectives located a storage facility in Hialeah.
Oh, man, they took us across the state.
Used to hold the stolen liquor all the way down to the bottom of the state. More than $1.5 million of liquor was recovered and returned to the owner, Republic National.
So they have it all back.
Some of it. Some of it was missing or damaged. So they got, I think they're down about $100,000 or so. This is a statement from Sheriff Chad Chronister. I commend our dedicated detectives for their tireless efforts in swiftly apprehending the individual responsible for this audacious $1 million liquor theft, said Chad Chronister. The recovery of over $1.5 million of stolen liquor is a testament to their unwavering commitment to justice. As the investigation unfolds, we anticipate further arrests, ensuring that all involved parties are brought to justice. HCSO detectives have arrested Miguel Angel Ortiz Rivas, 33, for the theft and have charged him with burglary more than $1,000. Yeah, way more. Damage, grand theft, $100,000 or more. In addition, detectives have issued an arrest warrant for Ruth Melly Cordero, 54, for her involvement in the theft, while deputies work to apprehend her. If anyone knows her whereabouts or has any information in the case, contact HCSO. Still an ongoing investigation. What a crazy story. So I was told a couple of weeks ago, hey, stand by. We can't say too much right now. Actually, I was told a couple of things, and I was asked to hold back and I obliged. So I had a little more information about it, but I was asked not to reveal certain things, and I didn't. But here we go. We have one arrest, and they're looking for the other woman in the great liquor caper of Gibsonton 2023.
So is this liquor company, this big distributor, going to sell these as prized heist bottles?
Liquor heist.
I mean, I don't have that. I'm looking at cases, pallets of 1,800 tequila. I don't have that much tequila, but I'd love one of these bottles. Just to have the heist liquor.
It was just huge stuff. I mean, just massive amount. 4,277 cases?
They must have just walked up with a pallet jack and took like 50 boxes at a time.
They legit had a forklift.
Hey,
really? That's the way you do it.
Oh, listen, clearly this was an inside job. Plus, they stole the surveillance equipment. So they knew where to go into an office to grab the hard drive recorders for the surveillance video cameras. So they stole all that stuff as well.
Just like the Lufthansa heist. They had a guy on the inside. Open the door.
3,000 cases, 4,000 cases, 5,000 cases. No one knows how big. Well, actually, they do. 4,277 cases stolen. The Great Republic National Liquor Heist at JFK. Jimmy!
Somebody posted on MJ's fan page that you've done a Goodfellas quote like 12 shows in a row or something like that.
Really?
And that's unintentional, right?
Oh, man.
We have an MJ Morning Show fan page, which we have nothing to do with, run by fans. And one of the comments were, how many times is MJ going to do the Lufthansa heist? It seems like he's done it 10 times this
Not
week.
enough. I just did it again.
Never enough.
I'll do it again. $4 million, $5 million, $6 million. How much was taken at JFK at the Lufthansa cargo terminal? Nobody knows. Jimmy! All right, there we go. All right, so Roxanne, I want to go from liquor, which you drink, to hopefully something your kids are not drinking or sipping.
Okay.
I have a warning regarding a product that kids eat. All right?
All right.
Or sip or drink or whatever. All right, hold on.
5 Hour Energy? No, they don't drink those.
I want to make sure, listen, I want to make sure your kids are not, because this is potentially very, very dangerous. All right. Also, when we get back, a woman was licked. You've got to hear the story. That and a whole lot more in minutes when we get back on the MJ Morning Show. This wraps up over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. So you're really getting your money's worth over here, folks. It is 8:50. We're back in minutes. 9 o'clock hour is loaded, including what I just teased and a lot more. Hey, let's talk. on the legendary Q105, legendary morning show, legendary radio station. Special welcome to a special listener this morning. Radio's best friend, Art Vulo, is listening to the MJ Morning Show in Sun City Center this morning. Hey, Art, known him for decades. Glad you're in town. Should have stopped by with your camera, man. You're always welcome here in the studio.
Hal Herman's headlines, Tampa Bay's most trusted source for news. MSNBC has crabs. Hal Herman has the real news. Screw CNN. Hal Herman is the most trusted name in news. Fox News blows. For the facts, Hal Herman knows.
Sort of at a little dilemma crossroads point here, folks. Hal Herman wanted to come on this morning with Hal Herman headlines. But I was a little concerned because apparently he had some stories about Matt Perry and his demise. And I thought maybe it'd be too soon. The question is, should we have Hal Herman headlines tomorrow, Froggy?
I mean, I'll talk to Hal. I don't know. It's your show, man. I also thought about something else with this Matthew Perry thing.
What's that?
I think I know how he died.
Well, he died in a hot tub. Now, what precipitated the drowning? What?
Look at the last Instagram of him in his tub. What's on his head?
He had headphones on.
Electrocution!
Ooh.
People. Electrocution.
Let me pull it up. Hold on. Let me look at it.
Bring up the Instagram.
They look wired, hardwired.
Bring up the Instagram again.
Actually, I don't know if I saw a wire.
Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
His Instagram handle is or was Matty Perry 4.
Matty Perry 4.
Yeah, here he is.
Oh, you're right. But those appear to be, now, Froggy, those appear to be just, even if it was a hardwired headphone, there's no voltage in that would do anything to you.
I think I see a toaster near it as well.
There's no toaster next to the hot
Hal
tub.
Herman might have the details.
By the way, that hot tub is the size of a swimming pool.
Did you see it? They're showing an oversized, it's a pool and the little corner is a hot tub.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah,
I see.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah. It's a giant pool.
But he appears to be wearing maybe some Bose, like Bluetooth headphones or something, so I don't even think it's wired. But Matthew, just eerily.
If you wear Bose, you gonna goes.
What?
No, I shouldn't say that.
What did you say?
What'd you say?
I said if you wear Bose, you gonna goes, but that's not true.
What's wrong with you between her duty jokes from Roxanne and you? What?
I don't want to get sued by Bose.
All right, so it's just eerie that the last picture that he posted on Instagram was. What was the date on this? Click on it, Fester.
It was a couple days ago.
Yeah, the last thing he posted. Scroll up so we can see the caption.
This is scrolling up.
But I need to see the caption.
So warm the water around me feels so good.
Oh yeah,
I'm Matt Man.
I'm
from
Matt
a week
Man.
ago.
A week ago. So it's like 6-7 days ago.
He looks so disheveled in his later days.
He posted this video or a picture of him in the hot tub where he was found dead on Saturday. So it's just kind of eerie. All right, moving along. I got a lot of stuff that I teased. Jury's out. I don't know whether I'm going to allow Hal Herman to come on tomorrow with Hal Herman headlines because everything is butchered. Everything is wrong. It is true. I have to correct the dude on every single thing that he says.
This time he says he really has the facts.
All right, yeah.
It's not fake news with Hal.
Just give him a chance.
Oh, yeah.
Just give him a chance.
Hal Herman is on your side. Tampa Bay's news leader. Hal Herman headlines. More Americans get their news from Hal Herman than from any other source.
Oh yeah, this is the one that drives me nuts.
Hal Herman headlines. Because facts matter.
Every fact is incorrect in Hal Herman's
the Today
headlines.
Show has reached out to Hal.
Yeah.
Good Morning America has reached out to Hal.
Did you say the Today's Show?
Yes, it ends in a Z. Have you seen that?
It's the Today Show.
No, the Today's Show reached out to him.
It's a public access channel.
Yeah,
all right. So moving along, Roxanne, hopefully, do you give your kids the little like squishy pouches of little liquids and applesauces and the Go-Gurt, that kind of stuff?
I don't do, if this is going in a direction that those are bad for you, I'm a little nervous because I absolutely do give them the yogurt pouches.
Okay, yogurt pouches are okay. Do you give your kids any of the fruit puree pouches?
Oh gosh, I do go for the healthy, like organic brand.
Okay, like which one?
Oh, I can picture them. They're on the baby food aisle. Just all the little pouches, the healthy fruit pouches. Now, I don't do applesauce because that's just sugar. Just
Apples
eat
are
an
bad
apple.
for you.
Eat an apple.
Have you ever given your kids Wanabana? WANABANA. Wanabana.
That does not sound
So
familiar.
I'll hold the picture up. This right here, Wanabana.
Yeah, let me look at the packaging because I'll just grab a whole bunch of different ones, whatever the flavors look good.
Yeah, the reason why.
No, I have not.
Okay, all right. The reason why I bring this up is FDA, U.S. Food and Drug Administration, warning parents against buying a brand of fruit puree. These are the pouches for their kids after the snacks were found to have high levels of lead.
Ooh.
Yeah, lead was found in Wanabana apple cinnamon fruit puree pouches, which are sold nationally at multiple retailers, including Sam's Club, Amazon, Dollar Tree. So this appears to be fairly widely distributed. Parents and caregivers of toddlers and young children who may have consumed Wanabana apple cinnamon fruit puree pouches should contact their child's healthcare provider about getting a blood test to see if they got all kinds of lead in their blood, like they're eating lead paint chips off the wall in some 1940s tenement or something up in Harlem.
Oof. Lead stays with you for a long time, too.
Lead is toxic to humans.
You got to get that lead out.
Yep, get the lead out. Use Visine, get the lead out. So the issue came to light when North Carolina state health officials began investigating 4 children with elevated blood lead levels, and they found that the common denominator was the Wanabana. It's WANABANA.
And now the FDA wants to ban it.
Yeah, this is.
I heard the 3 kids started a band.
Want a Bananarama?
Led Zeppelin.
Oh, lead.
That's terrible.
That's awful.
That's terrible. I'm doing bad. I'm awful
Anyway,
today.
warning. Now, the liquor story. This is cringy, man. This
Not
is
liquor drinking, liquor like.
Yeah, this is LICKER, not LIQUOR. No.
I need more details.
Berkeley, California. Cops need the public's help to try to track this guy down. A victim was assaulted by a man last week. They're looking for the victim. The unknown female victim was walking near the intersection of Oxford and Center when a man picked her up from behind and licked her from neck to eye. I told you it was cringeworthy.
Ooh, that
licked her
gives-
eye.
Oh, my God. So the suspect was arrested. If I conflated the details, I apologize. The suspect was arrested. They're trying to find the victim for the prosecution. So I guess witnesses said what they saw. So the perp's been picked up. They're looking for the victim who was licked from neck to eyeball by this creep on the streets of Berkeley, California.
They're looking for the licky, not the liquor.
Exactly. They have the liquor. The man would not let go of her, police said. A bystander intervened and let the victim flee. The suspect was arrested after the encounter for other pending charges as well. Police did not give a description of the victim. But listen, I mean, if they're getting the news out that, hey, if you were picked up and licked from your... How many women were picked up and licked from their neck to their eyeball on the streets of Berkeley, California in the last 10 days?
Just have them all come forward.
How do you let somebody lick you that long across that?
I mean, if I pick you up from behind and
Hey,
I hold
Fester,
you, Froggy,
do a demo on Roxanne quickly.
I'd much rather do a demo on Froggy.
Yeah, do it. Froggy.
No,
Please
I'm
don't
kidding.
lick
Don't.
me.
Well, wait. So he picked her up from behind, and then so did he do a lick around? Like how do he swooped around from the back of the neck to the eyeball? Like what? Or was it a?
There has to be some kind of rotation involved. Anyway, he got
So
to the
grabbed
eye.
her from and then maybe spun around a little bit.
Yeah.
But how nasty,
Spin and lick.
how skeevy and skin crawling is that for a guy to come up behind you, pick you up, and then lick you from your neck to your eyeball?
To feel that wetness on your
Ugh,
neck.
God.
In this context, it's very creepy, but privately, I'm into eyeball play, so.
Festive. Come on.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't truly love someone unless you'll just lick that. Do you like the sclera or you like the iris or you like the pupil? What's your favorite part?
The pupil.
You're freaking disgusting.
You're known for giving out pink eye. I know
Oh,
why.
God. Well, pink eye's duty eye. If you get pink eye, that means...
that's Fester's favorite.
That's a good night.
All right, so here's...
That's a wild night.
Stop.
Oh, man, a wild
All right.
time. I got pink.
You guys...
All right,
stop. So, of course, the body was ejected from the hearse. Would you like to know the rest of the details on the story?
Where did this happen?
This happened in... where I thought I wrote down where this was. Maybe I didn't.
Okay.
Homewood police. Yeah, try to look this up. I thought I jotted down where it happened. It's area code 708. Yeah, so see if we can find that. Is it
Alabama?
Is it Alabama?
Homewood,
I don't know.
Alabama?
Is it? Well, double check for me. But this is like an episode of like Chips or something. So this hearse is hit by a fleeing car, and the casket with the body gets ejected out of the back of the hearse. Come on, really?
Strap that thing in.
I mean, it's like an episode of Chips or something. I mean, are you kidding me? Really? So, Homewood Police, I think it might be...
Chicagoland.
It's Illinois, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Illinois. So, in Illinois, Homewood Police are investigating the cause of a hit-and-run crash. This happened on Friday morning. A stolen vehicle, a funeral hearse with a body inside. Police responded to a two-vehicle crash involving a recently stolen Kia. What if it was one of those Kias that are easy to steal with like a USB drive?
Right.
And a white Cadillac funeral hearse, casket inside with a body inside. And come on. So the hearse gets smashed, gets broadsided, and the door opens up and the body and the casket flies out. That's what happened. This is like some out of a comedy movie.
I mean, if it started rolling down a hill, then it would be a comedy movie.
It's like Weekend at Bernie's. Was his name Bernie?
No, I don't. I have no idea.
Do we have a name on the deceased?
Police said the preliminary investigation indicates that the Kia was being driven at a high rate of speed, collided with the white funeral hearse. Police say 3 people ran from the Kia, a typical bailout deal. Only one of those individuals was located. The driver of the hearse was treated by the Homewood Fire Department, and the casket and the body were thrown out onto the road. I mean, really?
I mean, there's no vehicular homicide here. I mean, the guy's already dead.
It's true.
Well, the joke is 2-vehicle crash, 1 dead. Not from the crash, though. 1 dead previously.
This was a stolen Kia. So
that's what I said. It was a stolen Kia.
And then you asked if it was one of those easy to steal ones.
Right. So that's the question. That's what I'm saying.
Year.
So it's like certain, was it 2018, 2019, 2020? A whole year, a certain batch of Kias and Hyundais. It's Kias and Hyundais of a certain time frame, and they're pretty recent, are easy to steal with like a USB drive. It's like the easiest hack, and people could steal the damn car. So I just saw a funeral hearse gets hit, and of course the body gets ejected from the casket onto the road. I mean, come on. Do those doors pop open that easily?
I mean, upon impact, yes.
All right. Hey, Froggy, I think were you interested? Who was interested in the Cybertruck? Didn't you say a while back that you were interested in the Elon Musk, that creepy, crazy Cybertruck?
I like that truck.
I'm sorry. That thing is hideous.
It is pretty ugly.
This Elon Musk Tesla Cybertruck is the most cartoonish, hideous novelty. Was it Minecraft, right?
Yeah.
It looks like a 4-year-old made it on Minecraft. Yeah, the video game.
I still love it.
Well, you love this thing?
I think that's going to be awesome.
Are you going to buy one?
No, are you kidding me? I'll buy one in 2050.
So the Tesla Cybertruck now has a rumored price. It's supposed to come out next month. So around Thanksgiving, word is that the first Tesla Cybertrucks are going to be sold and out on the street. Guess how much the Tesla Cybertruck is rumored to cost? What is the sticker? Do you know?
I think it's like 120,000, right?
Oh, you know what? If we were playing the mountain climber game, like on The Price is Right, you would have been right over.
I thought it was like closer to the 50 range. It was a more affordable vehicle.
You're way low. The rumored price on the hideously cartoonish novelty item Tesla Cybertruck is rumored to be $98,990. So just a shade under $100,000.
Man, that's badass.
Dude, are you kidding
I love
me?
it. Look
I kind of like it too.
Look at how fast that thing
Yes.
looks. I bet you
Are
that
you
goes 0
kidding?
to 100 in a second.
I just feel like you roll up in that. That's a statement piece.
Yeah, it's that I'm an idiot who bought this. That's the statement you're making.
No, you're going straight into the
Listen,
future.
3,500-pound payload, 14,000-pound towing capacity. Driving range 500 miles,
That's
sir.
a hideous, ugly. I'm sorry.
I mean,
Listen,
it's not pretty, but it's just so
it's not pretty.
So,
it is a goofball looking thing on four wheels.
futuristic.
You call me a goofball and you'll never catch me in that thing. Until
Anyway,
the battery dies.
speaking of cars, I don't do many foreign stories, as you know, on this show. It's not often because there's just too much good domestic stuff that's more graspable here in the United States of America. But when I saw this, I'm like, yeah, we probably should talk about this. There's a bit of chaos in New Zealand as there was a competition as to who could blast Celine Dion songs the loudest.
Dude, I heard about this.
A car competition to see who could make Celine Dion songs blast the loudest from their vehicles.
They're called siren battles. What? I heard about it yesterday. I'm like, no way.
Why her song?
And they're having these late night battles. They're annoying people. Who can blast Celine Dion the loudest and the clearest?
Okay, but look, MJ, it's not like it's from your factory speakers. It's where you bring like a bunch of megaphones together and then you blast it out.
Sounds so dumb.
Well, I think that some are using cars, and look
at the cars.
Look at this car has
Like a Blues Brothers style horn on top
no,
of it.
there are 20 horns on this car. So where do you buy these speakers? These people have cars with speakers by the dozen, like clamped to their roof, and they're playing Celine Dion at ear bleeding. Boeing 747 engine. What else? Celine Dion songs.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, yeah. Like, hey, Froggy, what's one of the grungiest, one of the loudest, most harshest, razor's edge sounding metal band out today?
I mean, Slayer's always one of the more.
Yeah, but Slayer's been around for 40 years.
I don't listen to heavy metal like that, but maybe The Used.
Crank it up!
Yeah.
She originally did that song in 87.
So the two most popular songs are My Heart Will Go On and It's All Coming Back to Me Now, according to
songs for Celine Dion did Meatloaf's writer write?
Jim Steinman wrote that one right there.
Oh, he wrote "It's All Coming Back to Me Now."
Yeah,
Yes.
that sounds like a Meatloaf ballad.
Yes.
So they like her music especially because it has low bass and it features treble, and that is what
most
works.
music features treble.
Well, but also it's a pretty bass.
But wait a minute. It's all about the bass, no treble.
And they don't play that song on their speaker siren blasts, or whatever they call siren blasts.
Can you imagine a contest to see how loud you can blast Celine Dion? That's insane. All right, 9:22 at the MJ Morning Show. When we get back, final chunk of the show. Nice long chunk, lot to squeeze in. The quality of the final chunk of the show every day is enormous because I hate leaving A-list material on the table. So a lot coming up next, including Teacher Gone Bad. Should I save this for tomorrow when the kids are going to school? Well, maybe I should. Anyway, so a lot next. Don't move. Back in seconds. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Great.
About something I did on Saturday when I went to get the new car, and you said, was Doug with you? I said no, because he was out of town at the World Series.
Hold on, the World Series started already?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's,
What?
the New York Yankees and the California Angels.
I don't even know who's.
It's the Texas.
I know the Rangers are
the
in.
Texas Rangers and
Diamondbacks.
the Arizona Diamondbacks.
All right. So when did the World Series start?
Friday night.
It did.
Yes, and it's 1-1.
I was
No. Wait, what is it now? It's 2. I didn't watch last night.
It wasn't on last night. It
Oh,
was
that's right.
Friday and Saturday were game 1, game 2, game 3 is tonight.
Tonight. All right. So listen, I was traveling. I had a rough last week because I was in Kansas City, and I had to go to Topeka on Wednesday, and then I came back to do Thursday's show, and then I flew out right after Thursday's show to New York. So I was in New York Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We came home last night. So I've had just a very busy schedule. I didn't even know the World Series started.
It's okay. You're excused. Nobody came to listen to this show to hear your World Series.
Yeah, so is it?
Talk.
So when
it's been exciting. Actually, I've been watching it.
Yeah.
When did Doug go to the World Series?
He left on Thursday of last week. He had to be there in time for the game.
And then he came back?
Friday. Yeah, he came back yesterday.
And is he going back again?
Arizona is his favorite city.
I saw a funny
Scottsdale
clip of Derek.
Arizona's a state.
I know.
Okay.
You know what I mean.
I saw a funny clip of, and it was titled "Derek Jeter Has No Sense of Humor," and Big Papi brought them all cowboy hats, and they all put them on. They're like, "Yeah, cowboy hats," and he's like, "I'm not putting this on. New Yorkers don't wear these." It's just like he would have put it on for this.
But Derek's not a funny guy.
Yeah, I mean, he is very funny, right, Rox?
If you know him, he is. It's just a little dry sometimes.
When the camera's on, he's like,
Yeah.
well.
He's doing a great job. He
Roxanne-
interviewed President Bush, for goodness sake.
Roxanne just called Derek Jeter dull as paint drying.
I didn't say that. I said
Well,
he's
he's
dry.
dry.
Do you know what dry humor is?
That's dull as paint drying.
No,
So-
it's just like deadpan.
If you
kinda
give
stuff.
a crap about anything involving these two teams, which none of us in Tampa Bay really care about.
I don't. Well, that's it. I don't
Longoria.
care. I don't care about the Texas Rangers. I don't care about the Arizona Diamondbacks.
How about
other
Evan
than
Longoria?
the Diamondbacks? The Diamondbacks were an expansion team with the Devil Rays back in '97, whatever it was,
Yeah,
'98,
something like that.
whatever the hell it
as
was.
Roxanne was squeezing in there several times, our beloved Evan Longoria is probably going to play his final season this year with the Diamondbacks.
Oh, who cares?
I mean, I just think of that time he sent a picture of his wiener out to everybody.
Do you remember that?
His bat.
His big, well.
All right, look, guys, keep the content, please.
All right, we just said
PG.
wiener and he plays baseball. We made a bat
All right.
joke and you're
Yeah,
getting all
and
salty.
hot dogs at baseball games, it's fine.
All right, that's too far.
No, but did that whole thing get forgotten and died down? Is the picture still online, or
Let's hope
well?
so.
But Evan Longoria, who, by the way, I met at a charity event, and he's a really nice guy.
He's fantastic.
He really is. He's a really, really nice guy. Was really nice to my son. But that was quite the little controversy when that whole thing, because a young woman claimed that Evan Longoria sent the picture of his Louisville Slugger from the locker room. And you could actually, I remember we talked about this.
Oh my God!
Oh, dude!
Oh my God! I found it.
Shut it off.
Let me tell you something.
Shut it off. Where the heck?
Longoria.
All right, hold on. All right,
Long.
stop,
Okay,
Fester,
let's-
stop.
Let's not disparage him.
What
Let's
is
just-
wrong? He's a
let's
nice
talk
guy.
about,
Calling him Longoria
Fester,
is not disparaging the
We're
gentleman.
just talking about his privates.
Fester, stop with your
I didn't mean to
descriptions.
I just listen. I went to Google and I just typed in
I thought
Evan Longoria penis picture and first thing.
Can I please get office
Okay.
language here, please? For
Are you-
crying out loud.
You're getting off
all
from this
medical
language?
terms.
All right.
All medical
Now,
terms.
what'd you say?
So you're getting off from this language? What did you say?
I said office language.
Oh, okay.
I
I'm sorry.
said, all right.
He's not
Okay.
getting off on this
All right,
language. He said
please.
off this language.
I remember when the whole Evan Longoria alleged private picture, personal
Dude.
bat story. I remember that they went on a tear legally, and I thought that Evan Longoria and maybe even the Rays back in the day, they tried to get the picture scrubbed everywhere.
Dude.
That I think that, and they were successful. I thought that they had pretty much made the picture totally disappear, but Fester just found the thing, and suddenly I look at the computer monitor, and I got a face full of Louisville Slugger over here.
Tell you what, if that were me, I would make it my Facebook profile.
All right, we stop, Fester, stop.
The only thing scrubbed about that is when it scrubs the ground when he's walking.
Guys, we just stop. What is the matter with you?
I can't believe they couldn't make it disappear. I mean, disappear. I'm sorry.
What did you say?
Roxanne.
Did you just say,
I'm sorry.
instead of disappear, you said that?
I just
What's on your mind?
I
What
just
is
messed up.
wrong? I mean, all three of you guys, I'm trying to keep things nice and clean and G-rated here.
You called it a
And
Louisville Slugger.
You guys are derailing me. I'm going to call you CSX. I'm going to call you Norfolk and Southern. I'm going to call you Amtrak. You
There's
guys
only
are
one
just
thing-
derailing me.
Only one thing getting derailed.
All right, we stop it.
Okay, so let's go back to nice conversation about Evan Longoria. Very classy guy.
It's like a railroad spike.
I used to cover the team when he played for the team and the Rays. Not during this incident.
Did you get any
no,
pictures?
No. But
All right.
anytime I would see him on the field, and like if I knew a kid who was in the stands, I'd be like, Evan, my friend's son Bobby is over there. He'd love to get the ball signed, and he would go right over and do it. Like he was really
I'd
nice
say
to children.
screw Bobby.
He's like, shh. He's like, who's that? That's the girl that married the draft pick.
Oh. Oh, that's
It wasn't
true.
like that. That was way before his time.
It was. Right. Way before everything. All right. So anyway, I hope the Diamondback wins the World Series so Evan gets a ring that he can put on that.
So what is the matter with you?
He's a monster.
Stop it. What is your fixation with his stuff?
I can
Stop it.
He puts Brett Favre to shame, that's for sure.
I mean,
No kidding.
guys, stop.
All right. Just baseball talk for today.
I'm surprised, though, that the picture...
Would you stop?
You were able to find it that quickly? I thought it was scrubbed off the internet.
No, I just used those 4 search terms.
I don't need to hear the search terms.
And listen, it's a grand slam.
Will you stop it?
Hey, this has been some really good World Series talk. I'm going to take an air check. I'm going to send it to Derek, maybe him and A-Rod and Big Poppy. They can use some of this for fodder for their pregame.
That we said that Derek's very dull.
I will give
You're going to send that to him?
Roxanne, I will give you.
Don't say we.
You said call them dry.
I said dry sense of humor.
I will give you, Roxanne, $10,000 if you could get Derek Jeter to mention Evan Longoria's wiener picture tonight on Fox.
Okay.
I'll give you $10,000 in cash.
Person.
MJ, I need to borrow $10,000 potentially.
Oh, you're spending my $10,000? What makes you so sure that I have $10,000 liquid money to give you?
I just need a note. Need a floater. I need you I need a cosigner. That's what I need. I need a cosigner. I have a $10,000 for you, Roxanne, with MJ cosigning it. If you can get Derek tonight, Game 3, pregame, postgame, midgame, don't care if he mentions Evan Longoria's junk one time.
How would he even work that in?
Was that double entendre right there?
No, but it was hysterical. Some of the best comedy's accidental.
I mean, it's a good question.
All right, stop. All right. Should we just shut things off right here, right now?
No, I'm having a great time.
Yeah. Is this a good segue if I talk about the burrito contest or the Guinness World Record burrito eater?
Sure.
That was amazing.
That thing looks like a chalupa.
All right, can you bring this thing up? Roxanne, there is a very attractive woman who has just been certified the Guinness World Record holder for the fastest burrito eating. And Andrew, did you get the video up on our website? All right, it's up on mjmorningshow.com. So, folks, if you want to see, what do we know about this?
Her name is Leah Shutkevr?
Shutkevr, Shutkevr, whatever. So she has just broken the Guinness World. Oh no, it's a year ago, Fester. You sent this to me.
Fester,
you sent this to me last night. Hey, you got to take a look at this new Guinness World Record breaking burrito eating.
I told you.
I'm looking at the YouTube video. It's a year ago.
I found a funny video on Reddit last night of a woman who is beautiful. You know, she's a beautiful woman, and she's shoving this burrito in her face so quickly.
I cannot believe how big this burrito is. And how she I mean,
look at the way she's gripping it.
How is she not choking? How is this woman? I mean,
back it up.
But she's not even swallowing the burrito.
All good questions. Andrew.
How? I mean, this is unfreaking believable. Is there audio on this? Just music in the background. So this is a good sized burrito, and she is taking like side to side bites, and in 32.35 seconds.
Where's it going?
Yeah.
Right?
It's like she's like a chipmunk, and she's like putting it in her cheeks or something. Where's it going? It's like she can't swallow it. Is she just gulping it down?
I don't understand. Anyway, folks, this apparently is a year old. Fester just found it
on Reddit last night, just scrolling around, and I thought, oh my god!
And this is like porn for Fester. You know, it's food stuff. So, Andrew, you have the video on our website.
The video is on our website, but that record has been beaten by Tampa's Mickey Sudo.
All right, so that record's already been busted.
God, Fester, you're the worst.
Fester, why don't you bring us like up to date stuff?
I just found a picture of a hot woman choking down a burrito, and I'm like, oh man, this is so hot.
You got lost with the facts, right? When you didn't check the facts.
And let's be very clear here. If these were pancakes, waffles, cheeseburgers, it's the same kind of dopamine high that Fester gets off of this stuff, okay?
But the burritos, there's something special about it.
This is insane. Even though apparently that record has been broken by Tampa Bay's own Mickey Sudo. Is that her?
Yeah, I just saw Mickey Sudo a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. She is the world champion woman hot dog eater.
She's awesome.
At the Nathan's competition, she won again just this past July 4th.
Now I got to see the video of Mickey eating.
Don't they live up in Holiday?
They do. Yeah,
I think she and her husband, they live up in Holiday. They're both competitive eaters. And Mickey is the reigning current world champion, women's Nathan's hot dog eating champion.
I think that she's like number 3 of men and women, and Nick Weary, her husband, is number 4.
Oh, here's a video of Mickey eating the burrito, and it's hotter. 31.47 seconds.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
look at her.
So
That's
she
awesome.
beat the other woman by 2 seconds. You're bringing me stale old burrito eating record-breaking videos, Fester. Come on.
I just bring you pretty women choking down food.
I don't know how you're able to swallow this.
We need to talk.
This is insane. Hey, Froggy, get on your microphone, dude.
Oh, is that what these are for?
Yeah, that's what they're for.
Golly, she just finished that. That looks good.
All right, so we will post this video. Actually, Andrew, can you grab both of them?
Fester.
Fester's like Fester's like Homer Simpson over here. Burrito eating contest.
Hey, you guys have a cigarette? I mean, I don't smoke, but I'm going to start.
Oh, man, I think we're done. I'm going to call it a Monday here, folks.
Call it.
It's a little bit of everything today. Yeah, we'll have both videos up, the old world record and then the new world record with Mickey Sudo from the Tampa Bay area. We'll have both of the burrito eating videos up on mjmorningshow.com. It'll be in the area as heard on the MJ Morning Show. So, folks, at 9:44, we're going to call it a day on a Monday. Yes, Rox, do you want to say something?
I was just going to say, big week ahead, a couple Roxanne segments to look forward to. The dancing test we're going to do with you guys one day. And don't forget about nicknames for men.
Oh, man, I skipped over that dance thing last week. I thought you'd just forget about it.
Nope.
Okay. All right. So, Roxanne content will be squeezed in this week, so stand by. Folks, have a great day. If you need to get a hold of me, I am MJ at mjmorningshow.com. That's my private email. Hot tips, gossip, content for the show, anything that you think we need to know, send it to MJ at mjmorningshow.com, or my DMs are open on my Instagram. Certified MJ Radio. That's Certified MJ Radio. Folks, have a great day. See you back here tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show, and let's be careful out there.